Uh-uh. No. No. Jaguar. Looky here. If you're going to be on live smut, you're going to need to explain what happened. Girl, let me pull you up. No. Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. No, you will not go live and not talk about these allegations that you put on Jay-Z for yours, girl. Nah, he R-worded you. You got pregnant. All of that, girl. Making a song. Girl, that's all y'all did was make the song cry. That's it. Not my son. And you're pressed. Ooh, girl. You got your nerve being live talking about anything other than you lying on SA, then you lying on RAPE. Ooh, girl. You thought you was gonna come out and talk about somebody. I don't give a fuck about you over there talking about the SCs and all that. Girl, I don't wanna hear none of that shit. I don't wanna hear none of that. I don't wanna hear nothing about Stormisha. I don't wanna hear nothing about no deep fake. I don't want to hear nothing, bro. But why you lied on RAPE, okay? You and them crumbs on top of your head. She sitting over there, they done turned the gas off. Yes. She live over there realizing while she live, they done turned the gas off. And I'm like, girl, she over there turning the knob and this. I don't know what's going on. Y'all are poor. That is what's happening. That is what's happening. They done turned the gas off on your hoe. That's what that were. And you're mad. And you're upset. Absolutely. Y'all, she over there trying to cook the same thing. Salmon, boulet du croix la croupe. You know, all of that trying to act like, you know, though she's psycho. Cook the same thing over and over and over, girl. Because that's what she do. Same thing over and over and over and over and over. She ain't never frying no chicken. She ain't never making no spaghetti. She ain't never making no macaroni and cheese. She ain't never making no greens. She ain't over there. She ain't never making none of that. She ain't never making none of that. So she over there once again with that pre-cooked salmon, girl. All she gonna do is just throw it on the twice and put it on a plate. And I'm like, salmon. So she went to turn the knob on. She over there acting like she as big as y'all is, but as big as you and Hodel are. We know y'all ain't over there eating fish that ain't fried. Okay, that ain't fried. Them number girl. Y'all diets, if that high cholesterol over there that y'all got, please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Absolutely. So, and I'm like, again, either you make her first salmon, you ain't a biggin. Like the girl, you heard her over there walling around it because she mad that we give split, 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 splash. She's so mad that we split, 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 splash. She's so mad. She's so mad that we did that if we was in the tub, girl. She's pressed. Because we eat salmon. We eat fish, okay? We look like them. See, we look like we eat fish. Absolutely. See, I could just roll in the tub. See that? See how quick I got over here? You see that? You see that? What her was a process. It was the tub was like boom, whoosh, 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 boom, whoosh, 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 whoosh. And, you know, it take a while. Okay? It's a bubble. That's a split, 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 splash. She don't like that. She don't like that. She's pressed by it. That because you know when you in the tub, the water already weigh you down a little bit, and I'm a girl. Because you see when she got up, it wasn't no water in that tub. While she was in it, because this is submergence, Lord. Absolutely. You're gonna put a little bit of water in the tub when your body big. Nah, you can't just be getting just filling it up. Why? Who told you that? You gotta where? No, flood immediately. And that's what they were. So she's just mad because we split, 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 splash. Like that's just what they were. So y'all, she's sitting over there. She over there trying to cook the pre-cooked food, the salmon. She took the knob and then she when it was Then she stopped it. And then she was like, hold on. I don't know what's going on with this. It's the bill. Yeah, not paid. That's what it's giving. Cut off is what it's giving. If the gas cut off, ain't no gas gonna come out your stove. Ain't no heat gonna come out the gas. Heat ain't no. That's all that means. That's a little piece of off. Little piece of disconnected, remote disconnected. Call a pet over the phone, they be able to flip that switch for you. Like, that's what it's giving. Disconnected, okay? Like your credibility when it comes to Jay-Z. Disconnected or upset. Okay, girl. Shout out to Cream794. Thank you so much for the super sticker. Says, hi, Sean in chat. Jaguar has the meats, correct? Baby Love is cackling and Glee Viva. Baby Love, don't do that. Don't do that because we still got evidence on the Diddy victims. Oh no, we're taking Baby Love down and her whole criminal enterprise. Absolutely. Thank you for the super six, sweetheart. Shout out to Hot Pick. She says loved you on Star Report. Oh, shout out to Star Report. Shout out to Store. Y'all know I love the Star Report. I was the one who gave Star the footage of Hag. This is Sunday. Hi, Sunday. I like you, Sunday. Sunday, they be trying to play with you. Sometimes over there in Star Trek, they be trying to play with you, Sunday. But I like you, Sunday girl. I like. I said, why is she so pressed? I'm like, leave her alone. Like, let her live. Let her live. But then sometimes they be liking you, girl. They be like, They be like, okay, Star, period. I mean, Sunday girl, you got that Sunday. You okay, Sunday, you ate that. You ate that. But then sometimes Sunday girl, they be on your back, girl. I said, ooh, Sunday girl, you thick-skinned girl. I am proud of you. Cause girl, they be the internet be eating us up. They be frying us, girl. So, but shout out to you. So, yeah. So the head was sitting over there trying to cook that salmon. And I don't know why she's trying to cook relatives. Why are you trying to eat relatives, Hag? Salmon are from the ocean, so are you. So are you. So are you. The Hag. Yeah, absolutely. So I don't understand why she lied and not apologizing, whatever she do to all of these victims and whatnot and them girl about lying about Jay-Z. Ooh, let me pull it up. Ooh, Hag. Oh Lord. Oh, you thought you was about to do that. Oh, you thought we were just about to let you come forward with that, You thought you just about to lounge Jay-Z and we weren't going to come forward and say something, It don't matter if we don't like Jay-Z, Because we don't like you either, You don't need to be out here lying on that say, Yeah, that's what you thought. Jaguar. Oh, you thought we were just going to let you get away with that, You thought that we going to call you out every time you come forward bald-headed with them crumbs going live, You know that I'm a roaster, You fat nigga, I'm gonna get you any chance I can, No, you got your goddamn nerve. Look at her trying to come live acting like she ain't say this a couple months ago. Sitting over there with Stormisha Alizé, her friend, passing messages for no neck because he ain't got no damn neck. So she trying to come over here and Stormisha got a message for you, girl. I'm like, that half foot of nothing ain't got no message for me. That high chair sitting in ass nigga ain't got no message for me, girl. He ain't got nothing to say to me, girl, till he grow one of these. We don't have nothing to discuss. And if he ever trying to meet up on the playground, that's all he got to say. It ain't nothing to toss him around it. It's not a problem. But yeah, girl, we don't care. But ain't this who you was, come sending us messages for? Yeah, the beige, the failed porn star. I mean, how you can't cut it on OnlyFans? Like, you will forever be trashed for that. Literally. I get that you're like half a person, but still at the same time. I mean, and I'm like, girl. Yes. I'm like, how do you fail on there? I'm like, ew. Like, you just show your body. That's what you over there doing. And you can't even do that right? Ew. Who fails at sex? Ew. I'm like, ugh, God, girl. So, yeah, you're just pathetic. So I'm just like, oh my God. Like, like, how do you fail at that? I'm like, you that happens? Ew, girl. First time for everything. So, yeah. So, hey, don't act like you didn't sit over here and say this at your friend's show. What you say, girl? Hurry up. I know what it feels like to be strapped to a bed. By who? But a man put a gun in your head and tell you sing. Ooh. And what else? Gonna blow your brains out. Oh, he is, girl. While he's raping you. Ooh. Jay-Z? Sean Carter? You wouldn't be talking about him, would you? You ain't talking about Sean Carter, is you? That's what Sean Carter does. Oh, Sean Carter, you was talking about Sean Carter. Now all of a sudden you can't put nothing Jay-Z related in her chat. Why? Because this is the same one that said Jay-Z did all of that, that Sean Carter did all of that in number girl. Imagine our word like that. So y'all, that's what that word. So now she goes onto her show yesterday and let me explain it because you do a bad job. He do a bad job at everything because he just big and unusual, but his refrigerator back having arse. Yes, please shut the up. Please shut up, Doberman. Don't nobody want to hear from this fucking loser. Like at all whatsoever, wheezing and trying to get it out. That's why you want to sit here. Okay, I have to put my phone on Do Not Disturb because people was trying. Okay, what about now? What about now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Okay, you can. Okay, y'all can hear me now? Okay, thank you. Okay, play us fuck up. All right? It is what it is. It's impromptu. That's why I'm not staying no long time. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, because I don't know. Sometimes I'll be feeling like how y'all be saying yes, be real aggressive. Okay, so we're fine. Are we good? Are we good? Because a lot of y'all be, yes, I can feel the aggression and a lot of y'all wise and the S in the word. It is. I can feel it. See? It's like D-Nice and Giselle. I don't know about those wise. Those wise in the word, yes, there's very suspect. I don't know what that word. I don't know if that is aggression. I don't know if you just saying yes. Or I don't know if you like yes. Like, I don't know. So you have to, then they don't have to be uppercase. Make them lowercase. That's another thing. That's another thing. So that's just what they were. Now y'all can hear me, okay? That was the hag. That was the hag. Just kidding. She wish she had my number. Well, she wish I would answer my number. So how dare her go live and not talk about this? Let me explain it because you do a bad job. Go ahead. Do a bad job at everything. Words? Yes. But not in that context. Sorry. They took pieces of phrases that I actually said. What? Did terrible pauses and terrible edits trying to emulate, I guess you could say, my more theatrical side of my personality, which they also got wrong. Meds or no meds. Don't do the theatrical, no. When you have meds versus when you don't have meds. Just so they could create a way to get me to say what? That Sean Carter did something to me that he didn't do. That he what? A way to get me to say that Sean Carter did something to me that he didn't do. Oh, that he didn't? A way to get me to say that Sean Carter did something to me that he didn't do. Wait a minute. A way to get me to say that Sean Carter did something to me that he didn't do. That he didn't do. I wonder what that would be. What was that? What didn't he do? I know what it feels like to be strapped to a bed with a man put a gun in your head and tell you sing, or he's gonna blow your brains out while he's raping you. Sean Carter done to me. Oh, okay. So now it's just not true. You lied on essay. You don't get to hop and skip and jump over that because you're embarrassed by what you did. because you got caught. Shout out to Pamela Gale. Thanks speaking out for fake accusers. I do not like how they make our race look bad lying on European podcast. Ooh, it's the shade. Justice for real, Sean Diddy Combs, victims. Absolutely. Shout out to Ispatcher as well for the super sticker. Thank you so much. And shout out to Pamela Gale. Thank you so much, sweetheart, for the super sticker. So, yeah, why does she feel like she gets to hop and skip and jump over that? She could at least apologize, which we know she's not going to do, because apologizing means that you have to take a credibility. I mean, that you have to take credibility. I mean, lower credibility, accountability for what you did. Shout out to Lou Ann for becoming a member. So yeah, you have to take accountability, and she's never gonna do that. Narcissist, accountability, gross. They don't go into the same sentence, like gross. So with her lying on it and wanting to smooth over it and talk about other stuff, this is what we can't allow. This is what we can't allow. These people that are coming for lying need to be outed. They need to be. Just like the Jane Doe with her inconsistencies. And we're gonna talk about that. Just like the one that's suing Jay-Z and Diddy right now. I wouldn't call her a liar. I wouldn't say she's a liar and whatnot, or that the story isn't true, or, to me the jury's still out on that. But from whatever her recollection is, we'll see. As this goes further, I guess we'll get more information. Shout out to Miss Shay 2 for becoming a member. Shout out to you, sweetheart. So yeah, so we'll get into that. It's a sticky situation, but with somebody that we know for a fact that is lying, the hag, we know she's lying on Jay-Z. She said that Jay-Z did nothing to her, nothing at all. Yeah. How can you support somebody like that? It has nothing to do with Jay-Z. It's not a defense for him, again, because if anybody in this situation is taking the attention off of the people that deserve it, which are the real victims, and it's sad that we have to say real. Bitches like Hag are the reason why we have to say real victims instead of victims. Ain't that crazy? Ain't that crazy? Why do we have to put, shout out to Tatiana, thank you for the super sticker. Why do we have to say real and fake with victim after it at all? That is insane that we have to say that now. Well, this is a real victim. And what do you mean real victim? Like, people lie about it. They do. Correct. It's sad that we have to do that. And these people make it that way, not the content creators, not us. So if you're upset that the real victims, which again is crazy, I would say that the real victims aren't getting the spotlight and the attention that you feel that they deserve, meaning you want more coverage being done on them instead of the liars like the Hags and the Lamishas and the fake Phaedrias, and stuff like that. You need to go talk to them. That's who you mad at. You're not mad at us. We're not doing nothing but reporting the news. That's what we're doing. And sometimes, like the Debbie way, we report the mess. And her going around lying on victimhood and then creating basically a fantasy of if Jay-Z would have ever done anything to her, that's how she would have wanted it. She would have wanted him to tie her to the bed, put a weapon to her head, and take it while telling her to sing. Because it's false. She said it's not true. She said it's not true. So if it's not true, then where did that story come from? Where did it come from? Shout out to Carla Priest. Thank you so much for the super sticker, sweetheart. Thank you. Where did it come from? Because no other victim said that they were tied down to a bed and that a weapon was put to their head and they were told to sing while he R-worded them. No Diddy victim or an alleged Jay-Z victim. No victim said that. Nobody but her. Let's keep it real. We've all heard the lawsuits, the majority of them. We've all heard the majority of the allegations. Did y'all ever hear that? No. Just give me froggy. That comes from her mentee, her psyche, that her cerebrum. is creating those thoughts. She wants Jay-Z to R-word her. That's what she wanted. She wanted him to do it. And if he would have did it, that is how she wanted it done. She fantasizes it, sexualizes trauma, that she's one of those people. Because to think those type of thoughts, to come up with those type of things, is crazy. It's like, because who lies about something like that? Now, if you said it's a story you heard or something you watched on TV, or something like that, okay, cool. That's something I can understand. That means that it comes from somewhere. But you just literally sitting there having thoughts like that? Because, again, it didn't happen. She said, yeah, I'm not letting this go. Like, because this is exactly what she wants. Let it go. I'm not letting it go till you address it. Address it.
I know what it feels like to be strapped to a bed with a man put a gun in your head and tell you sing, or he's gonna blow your brains out.
This never happened. It never happened. So that means you lied. So you need to acknowledge, why would you say these things if they're not true? Acknowledge it. You're going to acknowledge it. I'm going to make sure you do. Acknowledge it. You're not going to skip over it. You're not going to walk away from it. No. No, because it's just like you that make it hard out there for real women. So, especially ones that are victims, and you just out here playing with it. You just out here playing with it. Like it's a game, like it's a joke. Crazy. Crazy. Ooh, now I'm jealous. Why would I be jealous of this?
I know what it feels like to be strapped to a bed with a man put a gun in your head and tell you sing, or he's gonna blow your brains out while he's raping you. That's what Sean Carter done to me.
Crazy. What is to be jealous of? I would never lie, especially to an audience of people, and say that somebody R-worded me, put a weapon to my head, and tied me to a bed. And lied about. What's to be jealous of? She a whole fucking fraud. A literal fraud. She popped herself. I always say, you gave them enough rope, they'll hang themselves. She did that to herself. What's to be jealous of? Like, that's weird to even say out loud, to be jealous of somebody that lies on sexual abuse. Why would I be jealous of that? Something that she don't even want to discuss. She don't even want to talk about it. Why wouldn't I feel away? I am a victim. So as a victim, bitch, you got something explaining to do. And you not just skate over because you fucking crazy, because you know better. Even with you being psycho, you know better. Because ever since Jay-Z and his team alleged that his legal team is going to be taking action against you, now all of a sudden, you don't want to talk about him. Now all of a sudden, can't nothing Jay-Z be in my chat. Bitch, why? Why? Because now you acting like you got common sense. So that means that you had it this whole time. This whole time you had it. But when you want to clout chase, when you're doing anything for attention, to even lie on SA for attention, is crazy to me. That is insane. You don't get to just tiptoe away from it. Lie on someone. I don't get if it's the person next door. Even when she did it to that dude that she was dating before, this fatty that she went right now, she lied on him and said the same thing. And I said, that's not right. Like, I called it out. So it don't matter that it's Jay-Z. I don't give a... Jay-Z not giving me a dime. I'm not on his payroll. I don't owe Jay-Z a goddamn thing. Nothing. It's just wrong altogether. And y'all running around clapping and applauding this crazy bitch. Like, are y'all kidding me? She jeopardizing all of these content creators' platforms, which I don't give a because she ain't on mine. So I don't care. Because lawsuits don't go just one way. Hoes talked about Tasha K lawsuit till their face was blue, but it clearly y'all didn't learn anything from it. What you hoes learn, Star Marie is the reason Tasha got sued in the first place. Not because she was just talking about Cardi. No, that ain't what got her sued. Star Marie is what got her sued. So y'all keep letting her come ruin and taint y'all platforms because her proving this lie means everywhere she done went and sat talking about any celebrity, she's lying. Y'all are just correlating it to Jay-Z. She's fucking psycho. Every celebrity, all she does is what we do. Sit around and soak up information about celebrities. So if we know these things, when she's saying them, it's tricky, it's ringing in our brains like, oh yeah, because I heard that and blah, blah, blah. So it's not a secret. A secret is something somebody's telling you that you know. So she's sitting here telling you a whole bunch of shit that you done heard of or seen. That's she just watched the same thing you watched. Listen to the same thing you listened. That's all it was. That's it. She watched YouTube 24 hours a day. She's psycho. 24 hours a day. She watched content creators all day long. That is her life. Literally. This red and white app, that's why it's itching her to not go live like she was, because she knows that she has explaining to do. And she don't want to, because you have to take accountability in order to do so. And she don't want to. Because admitting that lie admits all of them. Admits them all. It's like, you are a fucking liar. You're a fraud. So you just go around putting little bits and pieces of truths and rumors and stuff that have circulated and putting your own twist to it, making it seem as if you have inside information and you don't. Just making shit up as you go along. That's why you can never remember why she can never remember what she say. That's why she'll start talking about one topic and then go to this one, then they go to this one, then they go to this one, then go to this one, then go to this, because she lying. When you telling the truth, it's hard to steer off because you telling the truth. But when you just saying and doing anything, that's exactly what's gonna come out your mouth. Anything. Things like this. When you just sitting there lying and lying and lying and lying, and the lies is just flowing and the flowing and the flowing, you say things like this.
It feels like to be strapped to a bed when a man put a gun in your head and tell you sing, or he's gonna blow your brains out while he's raping you.
Here, Flip, not that I would defend Oprah. It ain't a bitch in my chat that has ever met Oprah. So that's weird. To say that I would defend Oprah, none of us know her. Yeah. Ain't nobody on Oprah tax bracket in my chat, because I would know you. I would know you. So that's weird. Like, what does that even mean? What? Not I would defend Oprah. So with this hoe, she would too. I mean, she lies on SA. What wouldn't she lie about? Yeah, she team Jay-Z. She calling him Mr. Carter. Don't put anything Jay-Z in my chat. She over there literally protecting Jay-Z. Y'all are weird. Y'all are idiots. Y'all. Like, that's what I say. Y'all don't make me feel any type of way. Like, y'all weird. Like, she literally over here helping Jay-Z. Helping him. So she's talking about payrolls, all of this. Are you on Jay-Z's payroll? Jaguar? Are you? Because why are you not talking about him? Why are you not saying all the stuff you were saying before? Isn't he evil? Isn't he the devil? Haven't he done this and this and this and this and this to this artist and that artist and this and he did all these crazy things to you as well? Now he Mr. Carter? Weird. Now eyes get that for you, sir? Eyes make the salmon for you and Beyonce today, sir? Sir, come on Beyonce's internet today, please. Now she over there, Team Jay-Z. She's Team Jay-Z. 100%. Tell her to clown him. Tell her to pull up articles stating how these victims is telling the truth. Ain't she the leader against the J? It's even MT Media Takeout said it themselves. Like she done spearheaded going against Jay-Z. She spearheaded it. Where is that energy at? This is the time for it. He has lawsuits on him and everything. No time like the present. Why she ain't over there digging in that arse? Yeah, I don't know Jay-Z. I don't owe Jay-Z anything. Yeah, that's weird. That's weird. Again, this is legal. This is real. So, like, it's literally in court. So what makes it in court what's tangible, we'll be able to see. And then we just go from there. Like, she's defending him. Yeah, because if I find out that the Jane Doe telling the truth, I'm going in on Jay-Z. What are you talking about? I'm going in on it. Going in on him. I don't care how he feel about it. I don't care. Oh, I feel it's my channel. So yeah, like that. I'm going in on him. But right now, why would I go in on him against things that I don't know? Because he allegedly dated Aaliyah. Because he allegedly dated Foxy Brown. He allegedly dated this person young, that person. All this stuff is alleged. Because he ain't go to jail for none of it. I mean, it's crazy. Y'all know what the police did. Imagine feeling like you can't call the police to protect a celebrity. You can. So yeah, if you knew about Aaliyah and R. Kelly, you should have called the police instead of allowing it. So everybody in the world, Craig, saw that this 15-year-old girl, Aaliyah, was definitely in a relationship with R. Kelly. Look, we see their chemistry, we see them, but did nobody do shit. I was a child. I was a kid. So it don't count with me. But the grown people, what was y'all doing? What was y'all doing? So don't come tell me about something you didn't report. That'd be weird. That'd be weird. I mean, if you were a kid at the time, then yeah, of course. But if you was grown, like 23, 4, 5, 6 and up, and you knew that's on you. Like, that's on you. Like, you could have called the police, right? You could have reported it, right? You can. You absolutely can. Even if nothing comes about it, at least it's on black and white. So then if y'all was reporting it, they could have used that against R. Kelly. But there was no paperwork but everybody knew though. Everybody knew that this illegal statutory relationship was going on, but nobody said anything. Everybody was like, girl, I think they go together, girl. Girl, I think they go. It's like, well, ain't she in middle school, junior high? Cause Kelly grown, like girl. So yeah, that I don't know, but the hag lied in y'all press because y'all wanted to believe the things that she was saying. What y'all mad at me for? Again, you have to take that up with the hag. Why did you lie, hag? Like, girl. Like, Stormisha the manatee called our Jaguar on you. Yeah, we don't care about none of that. Two fat, back and forth fast hoes over there trying to act. Lots of Gemini twin. There was somebody else that gifted memberships too. Shout out to you too. Oh my God, I love you guys. Thank you so much. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Yeah, we don't care about what them fat boys. We 600 pounds. Yeah, we don't care what them big no neckers have to say. So. Because both of them go back and forth. 1 month they'll be sitting over there hooping and hollering at and then the next thing you look up, they're on the same panel with each other. They talking. Like it don't get faker. Like it don't get faker. So yeah, we don't care about what fake just gotta say. Like we don't care. Now if somebody were like Nyla, shout out to Nyla, her channel, the Star Report, Tasha K, the Official King Payne, Danny Robinson. We care about what they gotta say because they keep the same energy. But the flip floppers, yeah, we flip flopping ass bitch. Yeah, we don't care about what they have to say. We literally don't because that's what they do. 1 minute they beefing and then the next minute they on the panel with each other. They interviewing them like it's like. What? Girl, it don't get faker. It don't get faker. So yeah, we don't care about whether either one of those fat guys in a little coat, or either one of them Frigidaires, either one of them living room sets, furniture sets, sitting over there together looking like a looking like a sectional over there. Girl. A beige, one part beige, the other part brown. I'm like, hey Goomba. Shout out to Goomba Head. Shout out to Goomba. So yeah, y'all, girl. Like, yeah, we don't care about what that moving furniture has to say, girl. Beauty and the Beast. What that clock and that candle had to say. So yeah, that's just what that word. Yes. We don't care what that entertainment stand shape head asshole got neither one of them, Stormisha or his fat friend or his fat fluffy friend. So yeah, they don't care. So But the girls is mad at me because the hag said this.
I know what it feels like to be strapped to a bed with a man put a gun in your head and tell you sing, or he's gonna blow your brains out while he's raping you.
So I'm assuming he didn't shoot your brains out because you're talking about it. Is it because like it didn't happen or what? Is it because like you are so psycho? Like you are a psycho because you literally sit here believing these lies coming out of your mouth right now. Like you believe you. You almost believed you, didn't you? As you did. Gross. Gross. You for real acting like you telling the truth is disturbing. That's disturbing. To for real be sitting here acting like you telling the gospel truth, girl. That is insane. Run that back.
I know what it feels like to be strapped to a bed with a man put a gun in your head and tell you sing, or he's gonna blow your brains out while he's raping you.
Oh my word.
That's what Sean Carter done to me.
That's what Sean Carter done to you. That's what Sean Carter doing. You sure? Wait a minute. You sure? You sure? Cause hold up. Hold up. Girl. Are you sure? Because I sworn that they didn't do nothing to you. I sworn that the hag said that Jay-Z didn't do nothing to her.
Say my more theatrical side of my personality,
Theatrical.
which they also got wrong. Just so they could create a way to get me to say that Sean Carter did something to me that he didn't do.
Oh,
so
did
that
it?
they could prove I was a liar.
Did it?
That Sean Carter did something to me that he didn't do. That Sean Carter did something to me that he didn't do. That Sean Carter did something to me that he didn't do. That Sean Carter did something to me that he didn't do. That Sean Carter did something to me that he didn't do.
Yeah, so are we not going to talk about that? You going forward as a truth teller, you tell the truth about all of these celebrities. You tell the truth about all of these people, including Jay-Z, who you're literally jumped on his back, to try to ride to the Cash App glory line just to get popped because you said that he didn't do nothing to you. And I'm only playing one video of your allegations against him. You said that he cut you, all type of stuff you said about Sean Combs. Yeah, this is just the first video. Yes, I just got to put some music behind the other ones, and then I'm going to play them too. Yeah, let's get into that. Let's get into, let's get into how you lied on Jay-Z. It is why I keep pushing this in people's brains. Her doing the unplug with Jay-Z is what gives her the credibility in the story. So even people entertaining what she had to say at all about Jay-Z is because we know for a fact that is the only receipt that can be provided about the bigger figures in the industry that she talks about. The Jay-Z's and Beyonce's and people like that. So with that being her receipt, she kept her main storyline when it came to these accusations and blowing the whistle against Jay-Z. It was against him, right? And that blossomed into other things because we all know that Jay-Z, the entity, is connected to so many different people. So that's what she'll talk about, the Beyoncés, the Rihannas, the Megan Thee Stallions, and she'll speak of these things. She ain't never met Megan the Pegasus before in her life. She don't know who she is. But she'll sit there and talk like her and Megan just got off the phone the other day, that she did vocal lessons with her or something like. That's how she'll talk. She'll talk like she know these people. But the reason why people will allow it is because having in the back of your mind the credibility of knowing, because she's not a celebrity. She's not a star. She's never had a hit song. Most people can't even sing a song of hers, and whatnot. The only validity is her standing next to Jay-Z. So that's all of the credibility, right? So with her lying on Jay-Z, all of the credibility is now removed because this is what the little receipt, because she's never put up a receipt. So the only receipt that she had, the reason why people allowed her to talk about Jay-Z is because we knew that they met. We knew that for a fact. But now that, the hag has come forward and finally admitted that the things that she was saying about him aren't true, meaning she says he didn't do it, something that he didn't do. So she's talking about all the allegations that are out there that she put out on him, not just one specifically. Okay? All of the allegations that she put on him, they're not true, that he didn't do those things. So now it's over for you. It's over for you. Correct. You're done. Is how I look at it. Because that's the only thing that she had to hold on to. She could always go back to Jay-Z. She could always go back to Jay-Z. It didn't matter what else was going on in the streets, or anything like that. As long as Jay-Z is, out here doing anything, and Jay-Z stays out of trouble. So that's the real reason I feel that it really never got back to Jay-Z, because nobody's, really, it's her, it's the hag. She's a bum. She's a bum. So I mean, she's a bum. So what reason would people have to follow her, to listen to her, especially my Z? But now with these allegations and stuff, now the ear gonna be to the street. Now they're gonna be like, okay, who doing what, who saying what? They don't care about that type of stuff. And clearly that scares her. That scares her. See, she was secure with like Diddy going to jail, all of that stuff coming forward, because she didn't really put any allegations out on him publicly. Besides the certain stuff that she said, some people like me, that Diddy R-worded her in the hotel room, and stuff like that. But it's not on a scale like Jay-Z. Now, she's scared. She's nervous. But why would she be when she's been telling y'all this whole time that Roc Nation is after her? For years, she was saying that. Oh, Roc Nation's after me. Yeah, I got to stay at this hotel and that hotel. I can't stay in the same place. That's why nothing's in my name, because Roc Nation's after her. She's been saying that for years. So what's to be afraid of? I mean, haven't they been after you? You still ain't got no place. You still don't got no car. Like, you still don't have any of that. You still don't have any of those things. Okay, and the hag is bipolar. What about it? So here, flip. So, well, they are now. Right. And with me sending that information to Alex Shapiro, which, let me get into that. So Alex Shapiro, which is Jay-Z's attorney, I sent him multiple links, and shout out to y'all because y'all sent me some more, and I'm going to be sending those too. So, yeah, because y'all don't play. When I say y'all don't play when it comes to the hag, y'all don't play when it comes to the hag. Like, y'all do not, y'all like, get her. So y'all send me some more links. So I'm going to be sending those links in too. I think it's very important that I'm frozen. I shouldn't be frozen. I think it's very important that we get as much to Mr. Shapiro as we can, because again, she out here telling full-fledged lies. She said that Jay-Z can sue her, so it's fine. That's how I look at it. She's given us permission to do these things. So yeah. So with me reaching out to Alex Shapiro, yeah, right here. So me reaching out to him, he did thank me for sending the emails and whatnot. And I told him that I would be sending some more stuff to him, and he welcomed it. So hopefully I can call and talk to him on Monday when their office is open, because I talked to them yesterday. When their office is open, I could talk to them on Monday and see if I could actually get a question answered, if they're taking legal action or not. I don't know if they're going to be doing it anonymously, or if they're going to be doing it like in Jay-Z's name or using a pseudonym. I don't know, or if they're doing anything at all. So, but I do think that they are, because they are accepting information. He didn't say like, I don't, who is this, or blah blah blah. And he knew exactly who she was, and what I clearly, because he said thank you, So that's why I'm like, well, if he thanked me for sending him the links and whatnot to these videos, and I explained what was being said. Just like in this video, I explained to him that this video was her retraction right here.
I guess you could say my more theatrical side of my personality, which they also got wrong. Just so they could create a way to get me to say that Sean Carter did something to me that he didn't do.
Yeah. So she admitted, and I put all of the allegations, but I got two more that I need to send him, like allegation wise. So she's saying all of the things that are said, what she was talking about herself, and I proved to him that she was talking about herself because I put that in there as well. Her saying that YouTubers are, deep faking and using AI and whatnot. So I put that in there too, so that he knew that what she was referring to within that moment and what she was speaking of. So I lined it all together and I sent it to him. So I'm just like, how you do it? Do you guys need anything else? I'm like, are we bringing up criminal charges? Are we like, what are we doing? Like, can I assist y'all getting her? Because I mean, she literally out here lying on RAPE. Like, she literally is out here triggering people, saying that weapons are being held to her head, fantasizing and fetishizing SA and RAPE and forcing the world to listen to it while putting it on people of celebrity so that she can drive attention to her name, so that she can drive people to want to listen to her. And because she's basic. The hag is basic. There's nothing to talk about when it comes to her. This is why she always in something, why she always doing something, why there's always an antic, why there's always a game, something. This is why, because she's a child, literally. To lie, I can see a child, a teenager, lying about something like that, but you damn it, you knocking on 50 though. You 50 years old doing all this? Like, this is crazy. It's absolutely insane. Shout out to Tasha Sherry. Thank you so much for the super sticker, sweetheart. Thank you, sweetie. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Yeah. To me, that's insane to lie on something like that. And it has nothing to do with the mental illness. That has everything to do with common sense. Common sense. I was there. I was there because you were there, because she said it never happened. Yeah. Where was you at, ho? Where were you at? Where were you at? She said it didn't happen. So imagine a person asking you if you were at a lie. We were, because that's what it was. Yeah, nothing happened. She said that it didn't happen. So if it didn't happen, bitch, nobody was there. Not even that crazy hoe. She wasn't even there. Here, flip. She wasn't even there. So imagine somebody asking you if you were at a fake crime scene. Imagine. Imagine that. Like, imagine. Were you there? Nobody was. It's a lie. So if you were at the lie, like I was, then yeah. I was at the lie. Hold on, this right here. Hold on. Come with me. Let me bring you with. Grab my hand. Take my hand. Come with me. Here, take my hand. Come with me. Come to the lie.
I know what it feels like to be strapped to a bed with a man put a gun in your head and tell you sing, or he's gonna blow your brains out while he's raping you. That's what Sean Carter done to me.
Okay. And she said that that's not true. She said nothing happened to her. People are putting something on Sean Carter that he didn't do. So that was a lie, and you were just there.
Just so they could create a way to get me to say that Sean Carter did something to me that he didn't do.
So yeah, that never happened. So it's called a lie. So it's like, were you at the lie? Yes. What about the lie? Do you want to know? Do you want to know what was said in the chat? Because she said that it was deep faked and that Stormisha edited it. If he edited it, then why was the live chat still up? You could still read the live chat. Make that make sense. Hurry up. If you switching and removing things, it gets rid of the chat. That's why most creators don't like to edit. So that's why another reason we try to make sure that our videos can be monetized so that we don't have to edit. Because to a certain degree, when you edit, it removes the live chat. Most people that watch playbacks like to watch the chat. They do. They like to see who was there, if there was an argument, blah, blah, blah. If a subscriber getting cussed out, they want to know who and what they were saying as they saying it, you know. So that's just that word. So and the hag said that Stormisha edited it. It's deep fake. Imagine that. And she think that we're just gonna run with it. Oh, talk about Storm and how he effed me over. He didn't F you over. I don't understand that. Yeah, shout out to over 1,200 people in the bin and 455 likes. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Thank y'all. I really appreciate it. If y'all could keep double tapping that screen, I really appreciate that too. So yeah, I'm confused by that. Like, you're not going to distract us because in my eyes, Stormisha didn't truly do anything wrong. Now, if you're looking at him like, oh, he's my friend, and he knows that he didn't want, because again, what's to be mad at? You said it was something said publicly, and it was said months ago. Jay-Z wasn't viral then, so it makes complete sense that Stormisha would put it up. Like, why wouldn't he? Anything for $1. Anything for $1. How does any of this affect you? Because when I was younger, growing up, I was molested. I absolutely was. I was abused by 2 different people, and I don't think it's a fucking game to go around and lie on trauma for coin and attention. That's how it affects me. Yeah, yeah. As a victim, I'm offended that someone would lie on something that I wish never happened to me. Something that I wish that I didn't know anything about. That's how it affects me. And you're upset. And you're going to stay that way. As a victim, I don't think it's a joke. As a victim, I feel like I'm deserve an apology. And not just me. Everybody else that are victims, know a victim, raised a victim, lived with a victim. They deserve one too. Absolutely. Yeah. So y'all keep trying to make this about Jay-Z. It's not about him. I don't say his name, she do. It's not about him. Y'all weird. Just don't vindicate Jay-Z in any type of way besides the fact that this lying bitch been going around for years lying on him. That's the only vindication he gets. What does this have to do with Jane Doe or the lawsuit or anything? I'm not even comparing the two because it's nothing to compare. The Jane Doe could be telling the truth. This hoe is lying. If you didn't hear it, what like... A way to get me to say was a liar. Okay. Again, it don't have nothing to do with him. Like, y'all making it about him because y'all small-minded. No, this is about lying on SA. This is about lying on RAPE. It does not matter who you're lying on when it shouldn't be happening at all. And she knows better. She know better. She's knocking on 50 door. Ain't no way in the world a 36-year-old should be telling a 48-year-old what to do. Right from wrong. That sound dumb. It look dumb. I could be her fucking son. And I'm telling you that they're like, you know better. She was literally just chasing Lamisha around. Telling Lamisha, oh, you're lying. You know you're lying. You ought to be ashamed for you to be doing the same exact thing. It's the audacity. Apologize. Talk about this. Admit that you lied. But she don't want to do none of that, though. You know, I'm going to make sure of it. If I have to go live every time she live, every day, I will. Yeah, because she's not just going to just play with that and walk away. That ain't nothing to walk away from. Y'all think it's cool? Like, this is the issue. This is the issue. People like her need to be popped. Shout out to Dr. I want to say something because the chat moving. Dr. Alvin, Oakland, Bay Area. Thank you so much for the super sticker. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Shout out to Monica Oliver as well. She says, Sean, continue your Just for Victims. Oh, I absolutely will. No, that's crazy. No, I am offended. Like, to me, it's like the audacity of y'all to lie on something like that. Like, do y'all truly know like how that make people feel? How it lessens what we've been through? Our journeys back to ourselves and all of that, like, it throw us completely off. And then y'all doing this like it's cute. It's not. It's nothing cute about it. Like, y'all making it like a thing. Like, it's not a thing. It's a problem. And somebody need to do something about it. So I will. I'll take a stand. I will. Call them out. Because then we get to flush them. Then we get to get rid of them. Anybody supporting the hag, you're trash. You're just simple trash after she admitted to lying on SA. That means, and then on the person to where she had a little bit of credibility, not like, because we weren't there, so we can't tell her what she went through when she didn't go through. She told us out of her own mouth that she didn't go through anything with him, that he didn't do nothing to her. That's what she said. So that means you lied. You don't have to admit it. We know it. That's all that matters to me. You don't have to admit it. We know it. We know you're a liar. And that's the vindication for us. It don't have nothing to, at this point in time, we really don't even care when it comes to Jay-Z. Like, he really don't even matter. He like the afterthought. When it comes to her, is just knowing that a person is lying but can't prove it, you just have to wait. Like, that's what you do. So when it comes to Jay-Z and other people that she's talked about in the industry, I know that she was lying, like Erykah Badu, so many other people was she lying on and still lying on to this day. The Jill Scotts, just so many people, jealousy, envy, lying, right? So when me knowing that she's been lying on these people, it's hard to come forward and say that to people because they're going to look at it another way. They're not going to look at it how you're looking at it. They're going to, oh, you're a hater. She a truth teller. Oh, she brave. She this, she that. It's like, all right, cool. So since you know that some people, they just got to kind of see for themselves, you kind of wait for that. Now you see what you need to see when it comes to her. You know for a fact she's a liar. So that means everything she said she has lied about. Not just some stuff. No, everything. Not just the Jay-Z stuff. Everything is a lie. Okay? Besides, now, if there's picture proof of her meeting some people, because even liars tell the truth. If there's picture proof of her meeting some people and she says that, hey, we met this day at this place, cool. That may be the truth. But anything beyond that is a lie. Anything beyond that is a 100% lie. And to deal with her speaks more on you than it does her. But she's not just going to just walk away from this. She's not. We're not going to allow her to. We're not. When she's been going around for too long, making it seem like she know these people, she done broke bread with these people, she was in a recording studio with these people, you are fucking lying. You're lying. So if you didn't have proof then, you got it now. That's simple. And it don't have anything to do with exposing anybody. She done lied and said that she was on Epstein Island and that she rescued people from Epstein Island and stuff like that. It's just the lies need to stop. When there's people out here telling the truth that could be having these platforms, they're being ignored because you got this clout chasing, delusional, ill liar running around magnifying her voice of lies on everybody's platforms. So then she becomes the mid-circuit, but of chaos. Her name ain't in the headlines of anything that makes sense. Or she was correct. That what she said about this, because this should be her time to shine with Jay-Z. She's been coming after him for umpteen years. So this is your time to shine. This is your Cassie Diddy moment. You're the Cassie. Shine. But now you want to shy away from it? Why? Shy away from it for what? This is you supposed to be in the middle of the stage with the spotlight on you, with the microphone. But now you don't want the spot. Now you don't want the spotlight. You don't want it. Do you think she got paid? No. Not at all. No, I don't believe that Jay-Z or his team has been in contact with her at all. Not yet. I don't feel that they've been in contact with her. Not even a little bit. And the last thing you do is give a delusional person some money, right? The last thing you do is give somebody that is unwell money, because there is no guarantee of silence. There's no guarantee. She the type of bitch, as soon as you upset her or don't answer her phone call, she live doxing you and blasting you and all. Yeah, no, she's a liability. So no, that's the last thing you do to a delusional person is hand them a check of for $20. Because they gonna take that and run with it. I'm telling you. take it and run. So no, I don't feel like JC has paid her. I just feel like she's caught up in her lies. Her back, like I've been saying, is against the wall. Hmm. Her back is against the wall. Sorry. Okay. It's a big back. That's why I'm laughing. It's like that's a big wall, cause Lord. Yes, yeah, her back is against the wall, and she don't have anybody to do damage control. The hag is an idiot. Hmm. Correct. Correct. The hag is an idiot. She don't know how to clean up the messes. Instead, she'll just try to move on and talk about something else, or deflect by other people in and point them finger. You know, oh, this person, that person, you. She'll point the finger. Hmm. Correct. She'll point the finger. She won't take any accountability. No, it's always you. And instead of actually, because the way to move on is by addressing it. She doesn't want to address it. That makes things worse. It makes it worse. Crystal says, why doesn't the hag ever talk about what she was involved in? Because she wasn't. Hmm. She wasn't. She done lied and said she done been to freak offs. She done been to Diddy parties. Because being to a Diddy party and a freak off are two different things. And that she's on tapes. None of that has been proven. Because it's all lies. None of it. She don't talk about her stories because they are lies. She feels comfortable siphoning, because that's what energy vampires do. They pull from other people. She can't pull from herself because she's rotten to the core. She's full of darkness. So, and you need energy in order to convey a crowd, in order to convey an audience. You need energy to be able to do that. She doesn't have none. That's why she feeds off of. That's why when she's somewhere, she can't keep her eyes off the chat and all of that, because she is feeding off of the energy. But as a narcissist, she wants a bunch of energy that's why she like going to new content creators, because when she do, the content creators not familiar with her and her ways, so they'll convince their audience to like her. So when they're seeing good comments and people saying like, oh yeah, she's the truth, this and that and blah blah blah, because she's a decent storyteller, then she, pulls off of that positive energy just for it to turn. It will turn once people actually get to know her and see her ways and see that she is just evil. Then it's like, oh, it's like, okay, I get it. I get why people don't like you now. I get why, and I'm a girl. Can you please clarify Stormisha yesterday about the secret recording? No. Because I don't know what the she's talking about. I don't know if it's the lack of oxygen to Stormisha's head because he don't have a neck. But I was told that it was supposed to be about me having a conversation about dethroning Tasha. I'm like, what? Clickbait, clickbait. So yeah, I think he wants his mom back, and I'm like, no, never. You're never get her back. She's never fucking coming home. You're never getting Tasha back. Okay? She belongs to me, bitch. You hear me, Stormisha? Do you hear me, Stormisha? She's never going anywhere. Okay? She's my mama now. Yeah. And I'm gonna do what mama says. Ain't you pressed? Yeah, you're never getting her back. Are you like mad at me? You wanna be like YouTube brothers? Or something? Because she's like my YouTube mom. I like took her. Shout out to Sadrina for the super sticker. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Do you like hate me? Is Stormisha? You so want to hit me in the face right now, don't you? You do, don't you? You want to hit me like right here, don't you? You want to jump up and just, why I oughta? Is that what? Do you really want to hurt me? Are you going to put a hit on me like you did Jaguar? You want her back so bad? No. Absolutely not. Are you like mad at me? Because I mean, I don't. I have no idea what's going on over there, and I don't care. Um, but again, I don't talk about Tasha. So when you know something ain't true, you don't even have to go listen. You don't even have to go listen. That's how solid I am. See, Stormisha is a fake bitch. He behind people back and all that stuff. I don't do that. So when you know, that's like if he would have put up a recording and said something about me saying something about Armand or Maro or Nick at Night or King Payne. I'm not even gonna go listen because that's lies. I like all those people. I'm not nowhere talking about them. So I don't have to go listen. I like Tasha. Tasha and I are great. I don't talk about her. And when somebody does that don't like her, I'll just tell them, just like Star did me last night. When he's like, yeah, can you refrain from shading Stormisha, while you're over here. I'm just like, yeah, no problem. They don't have a problem. So, and it should stay like that. And it can't come off looking a certain way. So yeah, 100%. It's the same thing. If you don't like Tasha, I'm going to say, hey, don't do that. You know, that's my girl. Like, you can dislike her, that's fine, but just do it on your own platform. That's how I am. I've always been like that. So yeah, I don't know why Theodore is I don't know, maybe it's the whole failing at OnlyFans. I don't know, maybe it's because he sent me his booty and his booty hole for $30. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Imagine me being the gay one, but online he's gayer than me. Yeah. I'm not online nowhere spreading my buttocks. Yeah, my hairy, fat buttocks. Overweight buttocks. I'm not doing none of that. Mm-mm. I promise you I'm not. I'm not nowhere. Yeah, I'm not. When I made too much money, that was smoke crack. Crack is the wick. So yeah, that's no. No ma'am. No ma'am. Ooh. Imagine me being the gay one, but all your nudes are online. Like crazy, girl. Crazy. Imagine you need money so bad that you send me $5. I send you $5 for you to show me pussy, and he did just that. Correct. That's why I laugh at the girls. When they be like, you like Storm. If I did, I would have sent $10 instead of 5. Okay? Because clearly he's a cheap date. Clearly. Girl, please. You got your nerve. Girl, I don't want nothing after Larry I have read. Girl, bye. I'll pass. I'll pass, girl. Please. As far as I'm concerned, Larry beat that up. I'm good. I'm good. Yes, Stormisha, you fat bitch. When Larry came down there to visit you, and you and Armand and Larry and all of y'all did that little show. Oh, girl, I believe after Armand left, because Armand had a hotel. Armand had a hotel. I believe after Armand left, later on that night, Larry came over there. I believe so. I do. Yeah, whatever. Yeah. I believe he went over there and that. So yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I don't want nothing that's left over hilarious. No food, liquor, water, nigga. Like, yeah, none of that. Like, yeah, you never gotta run out of that. Girl, please. Like, high off. Yeah, girl, please. So yeah, he was all over there underneath your OnlyFans, commenting on all your pictures. Yep, the good pastor, the good pastor, the good pastor. He was over there commenting on all of Stormisha pictures on OnlyFans, and we have the receipts. I'm the reason Larry Reed left OnlyFans. Absolutely. When we popped him in them Stormisha receipts, all of a sudden he decided that it was inappropriate. I mean, it been inappropriate since you've been over here queer. It's been inappropriate. Young man. I'm like, it's been inappropriate. What are you talking about? I'm like, you over here saying everything, but he ain't got no neck. Like, oh my God. You over here commenting on print pictures and all of this stuff. Very gay. So, yeah, very gay. So, girl, please. So I believe when he went down there, Lyric, did you sleep with Stormisha? So yeah, I think that happened. So yeah, gross. Imagine going in a pooter after fucking Larry. I'm good. I'll pass. We'll take a picture of it though. So, and we did. Ooh, girl. I've seen Stormisha inside and out. I've seen Stormisha inside and out, and I have the receipts to prove it. Girl, imagine most gay dudes that want to do it ain't never even seen them naked. I have everything, everything, girl, everything from the rooter to the tutor. Young man, yes. Oh, wow. And Stormisha knew I was a nigga. Correct. I was a nigga when I asked them for them booty pictures. I say, yeah, send me your, see, now, bend over, Storm. Now, back it up. Aw, shit. Back it up. Hey, now stop. Wiggle with it. Stop. Wiggle with it. Stop. Wiggle with it. So, yeah, hair flip. So, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I've had that floor. I've already had him grow, yeah. I've already had him grow, yeah. So, yeah, let's get into, imagine y'all telling me I want somebody already bought. Who, girl? Imagine y'all telling me I want somebody that I already paid for. I like own him. I like own him. What do you want him to do? What do you want him to do? I send him $2 right now and have him lick the bottom of a cup. I send him $3 right now and have him play with his belly button. Yes. I send him $6 right now and have him stick it up his booty and smell it. Ooh, girl. Ooh, girl. Am I gay? Your dad tells me to say no. Your dad tells me to say no. The only time I'm supposed to say that I'm gay is right when I come in the room and be like, ooh, daddy. That's the only time I'm supposed to say I'm gay. So, according to your dad, no. Publicly, no. Nah, nigga. You know, dead ass. No. Only when I'm in your dad's room. That's when I turn into his private dance. Now let's get into this Jay-Z piece who was lied on over here by the Jaguar, right? Now, I'm assuming that Jay-Z's legal team, now I don't know exactly what they're gonna be doing, but I hope it's a lawsuit. I hope it's everything. I want them to press everything. Yes. I want Jay-Z team to press everything. Charges, get a lawsuit, a gag order, just press everything. Send everything. Okay. Alex, just file a whole bunch of paperwork. Jay-Z got it. Just file a whole bunch of paperwork. And just send it all to her. And I'm like, girl, please hit the like. Please hit the like. She's completely undone. Oh, yeah, she's going to, because I'm sure of it. I haven't seen any official news on Jay. Correct, me neither. That's why I'm working with Shapiro. Correct. Jay-Z got bigger issues to fight right now, but I'm sure, because again, this is public now. So with it being public and this accuser coming forward, Jay-Z has to be very mindful of anybody that's saying anything like this, because it could come back to haunt him. So it's better to just take care of it all now, right? So as soon as he's done with this Jane Doe or however the situation's going to go, even during, I feel that he may be gagging the girls and then going from gagging to suing the girls. To suing everybody, to suing people, it's a process. It's not just go file a lawsuit. No, it would be better sometimes it's in like cease and desist, gags. This is what it's for, what they're for. And if a person does not comply with said order, rather it's a gag order or a cease and desist, then the judge will determine how it's going to happen from what's going on, after. Because sometimes it could be jail time if you violate certain things. When sometimes it could just be a fine. Sometimes it could be, so. We'll see. We will see. But I do feel like he was already on their radar, because y'all have to think about the Piers Morgan, okay? Piers did not say anything about Jay-Z and Beyonce. But in the letter, the open letter pretty much, that Jay-Z's team lawyer sent to Piers Morgan was about what Hag said. Nobody else. Because did nobody else on the panel or the show on Piers' show say anything about Jay-Z and Beyonce. They never said anything about them because the show was about Jay-Z. I mean, Sean Diddy Combs. It wasn't about Jay-Z. So it was even weird that she had brought it up in the first place, besides to use a bigger platform to say something about Jay-Z first, so that if anything came out, it would look to her. That's why when the news dropped about Jay-Z, she hurried up and put up the edited version or the unedited version of the Piers Morgan show. So I she hurry up and put that. They're trying to make it look like, see, I told you, just to for us to find out that she lied about everything with Jay-Z, everything, including him SAing her and RAPE. Like, that's insane, right? And crazy. But let's get into the Jane Doe. So I see that the Jay-Z, accuser comes forward to NBC News, acknowledges inconsistencies in her allegations. Okay. Now, when we were sitting over here reading the Jane Doe, 13 years old at the VMAs, when we sat over here, we read that a lot of people was like, oh, well, Sean, you victim shaming and victim blaming. How y'all blaming the victim? We're not blaming the victim or victim shaming. Okay. We simply just have questions because when she court, they're going to question her. That you don't just get to go in there and say this same story and then judgment granted to the plaintiff. It don't work like that. Like it really do not. Like you need tangible things. You need some type of proof, rather witnesses, background checks and stuff that to show the person has done things like this in the past. When like there's things that can help you and work in your favor. To just say this is not enough. That was always my stance, and it's still my stance to this day. Just saying it's not enough. I can go somewhere right now and say, because there will be so many more people in jail. Because people do lie. We see proof. The Jaguars, the Lamisha, people do lie, on these things. And then there's people that are telling the truth, just their information may be just a little scrambled if it happened a long time ago, and whatnot. So, yeah. So let's get into it. An Alabama woman who accused Jay-Z and Diddy of R-wording her when she was 13 years old sat down with NBC News to recount what she called a catastrophic event, a limo ride to a White House, a drink that made her feel woozy, an SA assault by rap stars that would ruin her life. But the woman and her lawyers also acknowledged that there were some inconsistencies in her account in response to questions from NBC News. The Jane Doe quote, I have made some mistakes. In recollections of that night, the one identified as Jane Doe in the lawsuit filed against Jay-Z and Diddy told NBC News the woman says she stands by her allegations overall. The inconsistencies in her account of the incident alleged that have happened 24 years ago do not necessarily mean the allegations are false. Among the inconsistencies, the woman said her father picked her up after an alleged SA. But he says, which is her father, he says he doesn't recall that. It's not good. The woman who also claims she spoke to a celebrity at the after party where she said she was SA'd, but that celebrity said he was not in New York at the time. So one of the celebrities she said she spoke to at the party said, it's like, look, I was not even in that state, let alone area, at that time. I don't know what she's talking about. But that celebrity said he was not in New York at the time. And the images from that evening show Jay-Z, whose real name is Sean Carter, and Sean Diddy Combs at a different location than the woman described. Although their whereabouts for the entire evening are unclear, this incident didn't happen, Carter told NBC News in a statement Friday. And yet he filed it in court and doubled down in the press. He added, referring to one of the woman's attorneys, Tony Busby, true justice is coming. We fight from victory, not for victory. Oh, okay, I get it. He's saying like he already won, like the battle is already won. Is that what he's saying? Like we're already victorious, so we don't fight for victory. We already have the victory, so we don't fight for it. Is that what you're saying? Please hit the like, please hit the like, please hit the like. I think. Is that what you're saying? Kind of sounds like what it's. Carter told NBC News in a statement. Okay. We fight from victory, not for victory. This was over before it began. Yeah. So it kind of sounds like he's saying this 1-800 lawyer doesn't realize it yet. Soon. Very confident. Jane Doe's case was referred, okay, to our firm by another who vetted it prior to sending it to us. He told NBC News in an email. That is bullshit. That is bull. Because if it was vetted, why are there so many inconsistencies? I don't understand that. Please hit the like, please hit the like, please hit the like. If it was vetted, there should be less inconsistencies, right? That's how I view things. It doesn't give that this was vetted much at all. If Because when you vet things, you find out, okay, where were they? You know, what was Jay-Z and Diddy at the VMA? You start there, okay? Then once you find out that they were, okay, what did they do after? Meaning trying to find pictures, you know, something of them either at that event, leaving that event, or at least in the area to where it's not far to travel to said event, or house, whatever. So you got to check all those things too. And then anybody she names, you have to vet that information too. So she's saying, oh, this celebrity was there and that celebrity was there. Okay, we'll go vet that. Go see if they actually went to, those celebrities were actually at the Grammys. See if they were actually pictured with Diddy or Sean Combs or Sean Carter after the VMAs or during the after party that the VMA had before they went to the after party, you know, and whatnot. So that's vetting to me. How can they have vetted it when she said that her father picked her up? Y'all can get in contact with her daddy because now her dad's coming forward saying that he doesn't recall picking her up. Don't y'all think that this would have been important to do prior? Because y'all got the Jane Doe looking all type of ways. This isn't her fault. I'm not blaming the Jane Doe when it comes to this. When you're telling your lawyer a story, either they vet the information or have someone help you do it. Like whether they get their paralegal or somebody to help you, you know, or something like that. But it needs to be vetted. Like what the, how is that Jane Doe's fault? It's not. In my eyes, she's not to blame for this. Her attorney is. Because this is your job to have a set up for her when she gets to court. So now she looking all type of crazy when if it was easy for NBC to contact her father, she's in contact with her father. Why didn't you vet her father to see if it's like it's her dad? Like, it was like a friend that from a long time ago that came and picked her up, you know, or something like that, that may be a little harder to get in contact with. It's her fucking dad. Hello? You couldn't get in contact with him and ask him if he remember picking this daughter up? You serious? You even dropped that ball? Tell me that's so close to home? Wow. Wow. How can I not blame her attorney? I'm not even a lawyer, and I'm going to vet each part, especially because the father is a witness. He can help in the case. So why not talk to him? But you got her own witness coming forward stating, I don't recall. Now, I can't get mad at the father because that was 24 years ago. But something that significant, because it do sound like his daughter she was a little troublesome. So if you had a kid that got in trouble often, and certain things happen often to when you pick them up from certain places and whatnot, it may lose your memory. It may fall from memory. It may. It just may, you know? It was 24 years ago. So, I mean, he might not remember that specific, you know, time. You know, it's hard to remember something from a long time ago. You know, when we're all 5 years old, you know, then you become like 19, 20 years old. You can barely remember unless somebody like show you a picture or something and it helps you draw the memory back. But it's easy to forget significant things, even sometimes traumatic things. You can block it completely out. to where you just don't remember it all until it's like brought up or shown. It's like, oh, you remember when that thing? Like, oh yeah, that did happen. It was like a tragic situation where you saw somebody lose their life, saw somebody drown, or something like that, but to completely forget about it because it happened when you're like 8 or 9, and now you like 30, and it's like, oh yeah, that did happen. So yeah, I mean, I don't feel like that means that she lied. If she remembers, the last thing I remember, or the last, or called her dad and told her that, because she was allegedly falling in and out of consciousness. If her father came to pick her up, or she called her father and her father maybe called her mom and her mom came and picked her up the night instead, but when she woke up she saw her dad, so she just assumed her dad got her because she was trying to call him. Who knows? It doesn't mean that a person is lying. It does not mean that. So I don't think that she's lying. I think that if you're going to bring this type of story forward, I think that it is important to be ready before going further with it. And I think that she wasn't properly prepared by her legal team with her story, because it's their job to put the pieces together. Like, this is your job. You're going to go in court and fight. I'm going to sit there and watch you fight, but this is your job, and whatnot. It's my job to give you as much information as I can. And I think she did that to the best of her knowledge. I think that in her memory, I think that she gave what she could remember. Being 13, that's 24 years. That's a long time ago. So some details may not be as vivid as you would like them to be. But it doesn't mean that she isn't telling the truth, because there are inconsistencies. But it doesn't also mean that Jay-Z's team is not going to use it against her, because they definitely are. They're going to poke holes into everything, because if you can't, you can't go around guessing. Because if you guess, it gives them leeway to question everything. Okay, well, how do you know that Jay-Z was the rapper? How do you know that it was Diddy? How do you know this? How do you know that? What if it was just 2 black dudes that was in the room with you? Whatnot. How do you, like, they get to poke holes in everything else. So that's what I don't like about it, because it does give ambulance chaser with Tony Busby. This is a victim, so you should be handling this very delicately. Honestly, I think that it should be handled in a delicate way. And to me, this isn't. This is already going to be a hard case, because it's against someone like Jay-Z, and it's already going to be hard on her because of the spotlight and the attention that's going to come from it. And for you not to have an ironclad story and case put together to go against Sean Combs, well, him too, but more so Jay-Z, when you stated that you sent him originally, Jay-Z, a letter of mediation, pretty much, of you sitting down with your client and Jay-Z and having a mediation, which is weird because they don't know each other. So what are they, because you said Tony Busby, it wasn't about money. So if it wasn't about money, what the fuck is Jay-Z and this woman gonna talk about? What are they gonna discuss? Hello? Hello? Like, what are they gonna discuss? But figures and stuff like that, what are they gonna talk about? But you said, Tony Busby, that it wasn't about money. They don't have a child together. They own any assets or properties, or they don't own. What the are they going to sit on and talk about besides money? Let's get that you were trying to intimidate Jay-Z, which is stupid. Like, it's like, why would you do that if you want your client to win? Don't do nothing to make this look a certain way, and you've been screwing her over from start. Girl, please. Like, you've been screwing her over from start. Handle this delicate. Like, put this in the forefront instead of taking all of these cases and stuff. Like, how can you do all of that? Like, that doesn't even make sense. Girl, please. Callie, boy, why you a group of trying to defend? Who? What are you talking about? Girl, shut the fuck up. Like, sit back and listen to your slow ass. Like, and you be the bitches to be running forward, acting like y'all know what y'all talking about. Do you ever understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Like, shut up. What are you talking about? I'm actually defending the victim, goofy bitch. Like, what are you talking about? Y'all just coming here idiots. Literal idiots. Like, that, ugh, ugh. What? It's not her fault that she has a trash attorney because she is being, everybody putting in their title, she lied, she lied, she lied, she lied, she lied. Jane Doe lied, Jane Doe lied. That's being put in their title because of Tony Busby. She's not an attorney. The victim should be being handled with care. This is already going to be a big story just because of who's involved. So why not make sure that you have a solid case, meaning that questions are going to be asked, but you're going to be able to have answers to them. Her coming forward and saying that there has been some inconsistencies to most people, it's like inconsistency is a cute word for lies. It's a cute word for I lied. Instead of saying that is there are some inconsistencies. No, it gives to the audience, to the people that are the onlookers, that word mean lie. Yeah. But to the unbiased people, to the ones that are just letting the situation unfold, I feel like I can't blame her for her attorney's mistakes because that's an attorney mistake. This woman is not coming out speaking and says something different from what is being filed in a lawsuit. Then that'll be on her. Because, like, okay, well, if you wasn't out here talking, then they wouldn't be able to use stuff like that against you. But I feel that she's coming forward stating publicly that there has been some discrepancies. So when she does go into court with it, you can come from a different approach, meaning that some things are already admitted prior to coming in, so that it can't really like be used against her. But to me, these are rookie errors. Rookie. Her father, her only witness, you didn't vet. How is that her fault? Why would she tell Tony, you should go talk to my dad and get his side of the story too? So, and make sure that our stories like match. You know, why would she say that? Tony had let her list inside of the lawsuit that her father picked her up. So now, is that an inconsistency or is that a lie? Because her father said he don't recall. So now that he does not recall, can that be used as partial, like evidence that you're going to use against Jay-Z? Because now with that being an inconsistent, they're going to check other things. Also, Jay-Z and Diddy weren't even together that night. The majority of the night has been accounted for, not all of it, but the majority of the night has been accounted for, and Jay-Z and Diddy weren't near each other. There was also a celebrity that she named that she met and said hello to inside a party, and the celebrity states that he wasn't near that area at all at the time. So it's many discrepancies, many inconsistencies. So is it an inconsistency or is it a lie? Because that's how the majority of people are going to look at it. They're not going to take the time and be like, oh, well, she has this going on, that going on, and, it's hard to remember. Not everybody going to break it down like that when they come live. A lot of people won't go for it. She lied. She said this, now it's that, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I'm not calling her a liar. I just think that, one, it happened a long time ago. Two, this is a lot of pressure. And three, her attorneys should have had her better prepared. That is not her job to know how to actually address this and what to say and how to put it all together. Like, that's not her job. Vet all of this, make sure and then they're saying that the father doesn't recall. Okay, well, see if you can reach out and get the records to see who worked there at the time at the gas station she said that she made the phone call from. Maybe we can trace that and trace the worker down and see if the worker remembers her. Like, there are other ways of going about it to help her story instead of now it's not airtight anymore. So now that it's not airtight, she may suffer because, again, it does not mean because she has inconsistencies that the story isn't real. It doesn't mean that she's not telling the truth. It does not mean that. Doesn't. Doesn't. I just feel that her attorneys kind of her on this, like, kind of screwed her over. Tony Busby did not handle this properly. And saying that about Tony Busby is not defending Jay-Z. It's her lawyer. If it was another lawyer that she had and that was doing the same thing, it'd be a problem. So, like, y'all are idiots. Like, a lot of y'all are so stupid. You know, like, when it comes to this, like, y'all should, like, go follow something else because y'all don't know what the y'all talking about. Like, y'all really don't. Like, y'all just say shit. If you not over here just yelling at Jay-Z and saying that Jay-Z did it, then against the victim. Y'all protecting predators. No, the only person doing that is Jaguar. Yeah. 100%. Yeah. Because you have her out here lying on it. Yeah, and he can use stuff like that in court. You can use and list certain examples and be like, look, Your Honor, here's a person that has been going around for years stating that I've done ... and or my client has done ... and that is not true. Look, this is her admitting that she lied on my client. That none of the things that he didn't do. That she said he didn't do. And now you have this Jane Doe here with all of these inconsistencies in her story and not matching when my client was allegedly at this party or at this building for this amount of time and at this time and also went here, and then this other person was also that. You're like, bitches like her are protecting Jay-Z. Not me. Not me, not at all. In this point in time, I feel sorry for the Jane Doe because I don't feel like her lawyers, Tony Busby, no matter who he just so happened to be her attorney. If she fire him and somebody else come in and they doing the same thing, pushing the case the same way, I'm gonna say the same thing. Because she is not an attorney. So she damaged her own case. To a certain extent, I would say, if you're my client and she came and said, like how the lawsuit reads, if she came and sat down and told me that story, I am going to vet before I file. I am not going to have her go file a lawsuit against somebody as big as Jay-Z when there's going to be so many conspiracies and all of this stuff created and built. But like, it's just going to be a circus. You know, it's going to be a lot representing these people. Now, a person like me would be nervous. You know, if I was an attorney, I would be nervous to represent a client like that because they're not high profile, but the person that they're suing is. So the client could quickly be profiled themselves. So I would be nervous. A person like Tony Busby, an ambulance chaser, he welcomes this type of energy. He welcomes it. He wants to shine. He wants everybody. Oh, look at me. Look, yep, I'm the attorney represent. Because this is full free promotion. You can't pay when we say as content creators, when you got a whole bunch of people talking about you, you can't buy that type of publicity or promotion. Like it's true. So this is what he wants to do: get behind the train wreck and be the lead, conductor of making this a mess. When you have a victim as your client, I do think you have to handle it delicately. I don't feel like he's doing that. I feel that he has way. It's like he gives public defender. Public defender is what he gives to me. You have way too many cases because he has over 130 or something like that people that are allegedly supposed to be suing. You have 130 clients, not counting the ones that don't involve Diddy, because not all his clients that he represents are Diddy victims. A lot of them is for completely separate things. So to me, that is irresponsible, even if you have a team or not. It's too many people. It's like being a parent and two of you trying to raise 20 kids at once. That's going to be exhausting. It's not to say you can't do it, but how much energy are you going to have? How much? Because lawyers are busy. It's a lot of paperwork. It's a lot of things to look up, statutes, law. Like, it's a lot to be an attorney. It's a lot of reading, a lot of highlighting. It definitely is. A lot of turning certain things in, making sure then you got deadlines for other stuff. It's a lot. He needs to be no damn attorney. So him pulling all of these cases, now you got this damn girl in court, or about to go to court, and I feel like she don't even feel confident going into court, realize all of the inconsistencies that are in her case. Because she's suing Jay-Z. You think he gonna play? So you come with your A game. That's why he should be handling her delicately, giving her a lot of his time. Meaning either getting rid of a lot of his clients or passing damn near all of his other clients over to other people until further notice. Until he get done with this Jay-Z tea. Because Jay-Z, from the people that Jay-Z is evil to a certain degree. Okay? So when him with the devil hands talking about some he gonna see, I feel like he's trying to get Tony Busby disbarred. Like I feel like Jay-Z has a vendetta against Tony Busby. Yes, I do. I feel like Jay-Z got a vendetta. Correct? I do. I feel that he has a vendetta against Tony Busby, and I don't think that he gonna stop until he pop him. Like, oh, he gonna get rid of him. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, you want a war? Or you want to play? You know, it's how I feel like Jay-Z looking at the situation. So Tony Busby, in my eyes, should be more nervous than any of the victims, like, because the bullseye is on his back, not the victims. And again, the victim did not put this case together. The victim brought their story to an attorney that was going to put that story together in a way of them gaining funds through a lawsuit. Again, and then the police report. I just like Jay-Z said, and again, me too. I'm a firm believer in call the police, file a police report, make a criminal complaint. Because when you do that, it's hard not to take seriously. Why would a judge or jury not take you going to file a police report against that person, even if it's 24 years later, seriously? It means that something definitely happened here, But with her still not filing a police report, because we still don't have a formal criminal complaint against Sean Carter. We still don't have that. And also, with these inconsistencies inside of her story, I think that it does make it a little easier for Jay-Z and his lawyers to request a dismissal. And I think that that's unfortunate on the victim's behalf because her attorneys put this case together because her father was her only witness. Why would Tony not have either him or somebody from his team reach out to the father prior to turning the lawsuit then filing? Because now it's there. It's on black and white. So you don't get to go in there and erase stuff. We're going to erase that part because he can't recall. When if you would have talked to him prior, you could have put what may have happened. Because then you could have talked, okay, well, if it wasn't you, like, who did? You know whose house I went to? What, like, and then that's the beautiful thing about social media. Going back. If you had a Facebook at that time, or something like that, it's like, yeah, go back, and use that as a trail to kind of maybe figure something out, and help you be like, okay, well, I have a better idea because this picture says this date and I was over here and this happened a week before or a couple days before or after, when you'll have a better trail, to put a story together so that you have something tangible to help your story. All of these inconsistencies are going to make it very easy for Sean Carter's defense, and I can't blame her for that. It's not her job to put this together. It's Tony Busby's. So she's not dropping the ball. He is, because it's not her responsibility to vet. Tony knew everything she said that was placed in that lawsuit prior to going to file it. But he said that a team prior to him vetted it. You are fucking lying, because if it was vetted, why are we finding out these certain things now? Why are we finding out this celebrity wasn't even there? Why are we finding out that Jay-Z and Diddy were supposed to be in two different locations at the night? Why are we finding that you could have figured that out? Getty Images and so many other, any VMA event, Getty. Getty is your best friend, okay? They take pictures of all, they let into all the exclusive places. So they're your best friend. Go to Getty, just start there. And then go on and so forth to see where these people were. Also, articles and stuff from back in the day. Interviews, red carpet interviews. That can help you link and know where a person was. At the time, Jay-Z and Diddy are big stars. So they're not going somewhere on a hush-hush. Wherever they are, a bunch of noise is going to be made. So it's not hard, to figure these things out. Tony didn't take the time to do that. Someone as close as her father, you said was vetted, and now he come forward talking about something he don't recall. That means you didn't vet him because you wouldn't have put it in a lawsuit. Now you got her looking crazy. Now people looking at her like, oh, we don't know. Oh, look, here we go again. Another fake victim. Like all that. And it's not even that. But you know how the internet is. They're going to run with it. Oh, she lying. She this, she that. No. Not omitting. She not doing any of that stuff. She says she stands by her initial complaint, like, her allegations. What she stands by her story. She's not taking that back. No. She's just saying some of the things around the story may not be what that were. Her memory might be putting a little piece of tricks on her, or from what she thought was happening, didn't. So that pet part might, but still, this still happened to me, type of situation. But we don't know if they're saying that Jay-Z and Diddy were different locations that night. We don't know exactly for how long they were in two different locations. But, I mean, that doesn't help. But all of it could have been looked up prior, because then Tony Busby or his team could have been saying this to Jane Doe. Well, based off our research, we found out that Jay-Z and Diddy weren't even together that night. They didn't kick it. Jay was in a whole nother area, and so was he. So about what time do you think that this happened, and whatnot? Let's go back to that. Was it further along? What else do you remember about that night? Do you remember street lights, a car, a house, or so just keep triggering her mind. Just keep talking to her, and have her lay down and rest and close her eyes, and try to remember. To the best of her abilities, and keep quizzing her on it. Because the truth is easy to remember. It's a lie that you will fit. So yeah, I feel badly for her, because I just her team kind of set her up for the okie doke. Because what does this have to do with her? Now she's being made out to be a whole liar and all of that, and that just may not be it. She could be legit telling the truth. Maybe just have, maybe she thought the person looked like Jay-Z, or maybe she thought the person looked like Diddy, Maybe she was at a party where Jay-Z was, and thought they said that Diddy was going to be there too, or that Diddy was there too. But at that point in time, Diddy was on the other side of town. She was there with Jay-Z, and it was another dude that maybe looked like him, or something like that. I don't know. But it doesn't mean that she's lying. Again, she was alleged, 13, toe up, drinking, stuff like that. So, is it a mistake to think because of autism can't be a liar or nefarious? I mean, it depends. It depends. With autism, I'm not gonna say that. I don't know, because one, I've met some, but that's who I met. It doesn't mean that all people are like that, or everyone's autism is the same. But higher functioning autistic people, I ran into some that weren't the most honest. I'm not going to lie about that. The ones that are really high function, ones that are verbal, can speak, pretty much do what we do, but are on the spectrum, a higher spectrum, but are on the spectrum. They have been known to, I mean, I've been around, again, I worked in healthcare and group homes and stuff like that for 7, 8 years. And I was introduced to a lot of different personalities with diagnoses. And my fair share of high functioning autistic people, they have known to tell a fib or two. It's more so of a, like they'll start telling you a story. It kind of reminds me of like of the Hag. How she'll tell you a story and it'll be so vivid that you will think that it truly happened, just to come find out that it didn't, because they are really smart. And they drink in information and retain information quickly, and they hold it. It's not about learning something, it's remembering it. I can teach you something, but when it's time to sit down and take this test, how are you going to test? Because if you don't remember what I taught you, what was the point? Now you're back to one. You just sitting there staring at the paper. So yeah, I think it's, yeah, but I don't know. I don't know her. I don't know her personality. So I can't state that, because I've been around some high functioning autistic people, and that's all they do is tell the truth. Like, they are extremely blunt. They'll tell you the truth, whether you want to know it or not. I'm telling you. Yes, I've been around some high autistic, some high functioning autistic people, and they come in like, you surely is gaining weight. I don't know if you meaning to, but you getting big. Like that'd be normally something we keep in. They'll say it right there. You walk past it, like, Is that you? You don't want to go get in the tub? Like they were blunt. I'd be like, oh my god, come get over here. So some of them are very blunt, extremely. They don't believe in lying. All they do is tell the truth. So it's rare that they lie. You know, they will tell you the truth. They snitches. All of that, Charlotte. They're like, yeah, I ain't the one who told you this, but while you was gone, Marco Show came up into your house. He didn't take his shoes off. He grabbed 2 Swiss rolls and a Capri Sun and a Lunchable with the turkey, and I was mad because that was the last one, and I wanted it. And I said something. He still left with it. So I hope you plan on doing something about that, and I hope in that bag you at least got one of them turkey Lunchables because you know that I'm acting a fool if you didn't. So it's like, yeah, they tell you the whole truth and nothing but. So whether it seems outlandish or not, they'll tell you the whole truth and nothing more. Will, Grub, they will. They'll tell you the whole truth and nothing but. So I mean, it just depends. It depends on the personality. I just like everybody's different. So you can't say because one autistic person was a lie that they all lie, or one told the truth that they're all truth tellers. Like, yeah, no, they're all. It depends on the personality. It really does how they were raised. You know, and things of that nature. So I don't think that her autism plays a part. I mean, and if it does, somebody else would have to say that, you know, because I don't know her. I have no idea who she is, so I can't dictate that. Now, if this is a question about like the Hag. If the Hag was suing, then that would be, you know, actually answer that. But with this Jane Doe, with her allegedly being autistic, I don't know how. We don't know how high she is on it or low, because some people, the autism when they're high functioning, it barely affects them. Some, and then some affects them often, or at certain times. Yeah, depends. So yeah, I wish I could like answer that because that's a good question. That is a good question, but we have no personality traits, or we have nothing to go off of besides her story. So, but yeah, I mean, her being honest, I think that says a lot. Her coming forward and saying yes, there has been some inconsistencies with my story. I think that that's brave. I do. I do. I think that that's brave. Maureen said, my son is autistic, and you're correct. Yes, I think it's all based off personality and how they are raised, and how you are raised dictates your personality and how you come out. Rather, you agree with what's being shown to you, and if you don't, you'll look for outside sources. And that's what, like, when like our parents used to tell us, like, that's because you out here in these streets. You letting these people in these streets, you know, because as we get older, you know, want our own style and listen to our own music and, you know, eat our own foods and, you know, and we are inspired, you know, by the people around us, whether it's friends or, you know, stuff like that. So sometimes we stray away from what our family eat. Like, I'm a soul food type of cooker and eater, but my kids are obsessed with Asian cuisine. They love Asian food, but it's the areas where we live, you know, that it's like big, you know. So yeah, so they still eat, of course, you know, soul food and stuff like that. They love it, but when it's time for them to eat their own thing, it's like I'll be looking like, what is that? Like, what? Like, we're at the grocery shop, like, what do you want me to buy? Like, what is this? You know. But yeah, it's, you know, they got their own style. So it's the same thing with autistic children that become adults. It depends on how you're raised, yeah, and who's raising you and their personality. So yeah, but I've seen people saying certain things about her being autistic and she could be lying because she's autistic. It's just like, what? As far as I'm concerned, she hasn't lied. Tony Busby has been known to do this to victims and other people, you know, that he's worked for, kind of like push them into doing things and saying things that they don't necessarily want to say. So was he like feeding her information? Because, and maybe the poor thing's just scared because he's had past clients that have been like petrified of him, Tony Busby, because he would kind of like have them add things into the story that wasn't real, and stuff like that. Pretty much Jaguar Wright the situation. Because, and I only think that, hold on, hold on. I only think that because he allowed her to turn in the lawsuit. Other way around. After she told him what happened, he turned in the lawsuit. He didn't vet. So if he didn't vet, then he could have easily been telling her to say this, or well, say that this happened, Or well, and lawyers also have a way of encouraging their clients to say certain stuff, like he'll be like, oh well, because the story be missing a piece and he needs to connect the dot because you can't turn it in until you have the story, right? So when she'll be like, oh well, when I got to the gas station, I don't necessarily remember what happened after that. And then he'll be like, well, you had to have just walked in, and went up to the clerk or something and asked if you could use the phone. And then client to be like, yeah, well, maybe, that probably could have happened. You like, probably, or did it? Aren't you pretty sure? Do you see yourself doing anything else? And she says no, then that's what they go with. Then he'll be like, okay, then you ran to the gas station and you went in and got the phone from instead of letting her say it. Like if she says she doesn't remember, then you help her connect that dot. This is when the vetting comes in. This is when you start vetting. You're not doing any vetting. Instead, you're coming in here leading everything that she's saying instead of just, leading the blank spots, not leading the entire lawsuit, but just where she get, like lost or confused or her memory, is kind of failing her within that moment. And I feel like he will lead her, push her into saying what he feels that sounds plausible or believable. Because he's had other clients that have complained about him about that, Tony Busby, and said that they felt pressured to say things that didn't. He also threatened them in ways. Yeah, so he's known for these things. He's not the most squeaky clean type of attorney. And I'm not saying he's a bad one. I'm just saying if you're going to be dealing with SA and the victims being ridiculed and told that they're bad people or that they are liars or that they're just trying to get money and and stuff like that, you need to handle it properly. Is how I feel. Having 110 other clients while trying to deal with an R-word case is crazy to me, and it's negligent. Because how are you not neglecting? Somebody's being neglected. Let's just say it's like a parent like having 20 kids, and it's just you and your spouse raising 20 kids. One of those churn is gonna be left at home. One of two, three of them churn is gonna be left at Cub Foods. Okay? It's gonna be at least 2, 3 of them. Mm-mm. Okay? Somebody's getting neglected. Because you're only 2 people. So it's like, damn, how you gonna get all of that love? People try, but it's impossible. If you're raising 3 kids, it's easy for a child to be being not like literally neglected, but it's just if you have one that got a lot going on, like such stuff, because like health problems or they suffer from either like a disability or something, like they're gonna need a lot of your time, and whatnot. So the other 2 may not be getting, or even the other one may not be getting as much, attention. So there are neglect in certain ways, not like a parent literally just like leaving a kid out there to die. No, it's just when it comes to time, it's hard. It's only 24 hours in one day. So yeah, I don't think that's cool to have all of these clients, and then you dropping a ball immediately. So imagine if Jay-Z would have sat down with him before this lawsuit, like actually went into court. If Jay-Z would have sat down with him and did that mediation and wrote this Jane Doe a check, although there's inconsistencies inside of the lawsuit. So this going away, she get a check, they decide to settle, and then you hear this celebrity coming forward saying, I wasn't at that party. I don't know what you're talking about. I wasn't even in town. I didn't meet no girl at no 2000 some Grammys. I wasn't at those. VMAs. I wasn't there. I didn't go that year. You know. And then you hear that Jay-Z and Diddy weren't even in the same place. Other people come forward like, yeah, we did our fact checking, and based off the years and the dates that she put, Jay-Z and Diddy weren't even at the same party. So now it makes Jay-Z look all type of crazy. Because it's like, why did you settle or write her a check if she was alleged? It sounded like she was lying about some stuff. It sounded like she wasn't telling the truth. Number two, it also said that her father he don't recall picking her up that night. Do he not recall not picking her up because she was in the room in the bed? Because she didn't go to Renee. Because she watched the VMAs until she fell asleep. Woke up, felt like she was there. You have to take those type of things into consideration. That's all. I come from an unbiased approach. So I would be looking at Jay-Z all type of sideways. Like, did you do that to her? Because why did you pay her? You know you probably wouldn't have had to if you would have just fought it. Said the same thing about Diddy and Cassie. If Cassie's lying, fight it. He didn't fight it. He settled within 24 hours. That's how I knew she was telling the truth. Because that means there's something that he don't want out there. Not her. Not her. What's she hiding? She not hiding anything. It sounds like you are. You want things hid. You know how this will come out. You will look like a horrible person, and she won't. So fight it if she's lying. Jay's fighting it. So I don't know. That's why I said I'm just waiting like y'all. Wait till more information. Jay-Z asked courts. Shout out to BBC. Jay-Z asked courts to dismiss RAPE lawsuit over inconsistencies. A lawyer for rapper Jay-Z asked the court to dismiss a lawsuit accusing him, along with Sean Diddy Combs, of R-rating a 13-year-old girl in 2000. After inconsistencies emerged in her allegations, an Alabama woman named in the legal action by the pseudonym Jane Doe has accused the musicians of ugging and attacking her at a house party following the MTV Video Music Awards. She claimed she spoke with one celebrity at the party, though his representative said he was on tour at the time. Her father told NBC News he could not recall driving 5 hours to pick her up after the alleged assault. As she says, now again, even if the Jane Doe was a troublemaker when she was coming up, driving, even like if you had to go pick her up from time to time because she was getting in trouble and stuff like the father, if you had to drive 5 hours, I think you will remember that, right? Because that's when, because you really gonna be pissed. Because I know I never, I'll never forget being that mad as a parent. If I had to, I gotta drive 5 hours to pick you up and you drunk. Y'all know we would have cussed the kid out all the way there. And go buy a charger because I'm about to cuss your ass out the whole 5 motherfucking hours. Like the whole 5 hours of this drive, I'm about to lay into your drunk ass and you gonna listen to every word. Now when I get down there, better not be nothing wrong with you. You still better have your debit card and your ID and your cell phone, because I don't know why you calling me off this clerk phone, and they better have a long distance. Because we going to have a problem. Because, yeah, you cuss them out the whole way. Then you got to drive 5 hours back, too? Oh, yeah. That's 10 hours. So that's memorable. That's memorable, if you ask me. That's memorable. And how did she get there? Yeah, how did she say she got there? Hold on, I have the lawsuit. Yeah, because the father said he does not recall driving 5 hours to have to go and pick her up. I mean, I think that's something you would remember because it's 10 hours altogether. So that would have been a pretty big deal. Sounds like the parent, because I know I would have been mad at my 13-year-old picking him up. And it's like, did you get 5 hours away from me? My kids is barely out to be 15 minutes away from me with their mama. Y'all, they barely allowed to be 15 minutes away. I need to be able to get to you quick. I need to be able to, if I got to jump over a fence, I need to be able to get there quick. Nah. So, 5 hours. Girl. That would have been a problem. That would have been a problem. But yeah, 15 minutes, and that's to the park and back. Like, you go far for what? You don't want to live here no more? Say that. Say that. What you need to go all the way on the other side of the city for what? I ain't over there. Got your damn nerve. So, yes, they got to be at least 16 to leave the city alone. That's my rule. You got to be at least 16. And that's just to go to the next city over yonder. You can't leave the state until you're 25. So, yeah, that's what that word. So, I'm looking right here to see, right here, factual allegations. So, on or around September 7, 2000, plaintiff 13 had a friend drive up and drop her off near Radio City Music Hall. So, it's like, can she find this friend? Because this friend would be a helpful witness as well, to at least place her at the VMAs. This is something that should have been vetted. So it says, on or around September 7, 2000, plaintiff, then 13 years old, had a friend drive and drop her off near Radio City Music Hall in New York City so that she could attend the VMAs. Now, I find that weird because she had a friend that had to be somebody older. Oh, the friend is dead. Girl. And the plot thickens. A little piece of a seance? They can't do no seance? Sloan Bell. Bella girl. Since you over there charm one, okay? Phoebe Hollowell Sloan Bella girl. I'm gonna need you to sit over there. Girl, I'm gonna need you to sit over there. Bella Sloan girl. Yes. I'm gonna need you to. Girl. Little piece. Little piece. What? I said that she know, she be talking to the people over yonder. So, Sloan, look at here. Look at here. Look at here. We gonna need you to find this friend, girl. Can you do it? Okay, invoke Melanel, girl. Yes. 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 Sloan. Girl, we need a little piece of your services. Okay? No, y'all. No, y'all. No, y'all. Because they swear that we ain't trying to help the victims. We just being mom. So, no, look at here. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Absolutely. Sisters. Absolutely. Boo. Boo. Girl. Just a little piece of, girl. Mm-hmm. Let him inside you, girl. And tell him about dropping this damn girl off. And he bet not have slept with her. She was only 13. Because he could drive. From what it sound like. It sound like he a little piece. Wasn't supposed to be with this damn girl. Okay? Nah, I'm not telling we ain't going to necessarily hold it against him. He can go back to hell and finish dealing with that. Ooh, he was 20. Girl. Ooh, Lord, I knew it. Ooh, girl. Oh, Dr. Jen. I don't know if we can be able to pull him up from hell and have him come up and say that he dropped all the girl off on the 7th. And then he can go on back on down. That's just what that word. Sloan Bella girl, invoke him, girl. And have him here and ask him why the hell he 20 years old dropping off a 13-year-old. That's the first question. Girl, what you was doing with that baby? I see your mother would have lived longer if you ain't drop her off. See, God don't like ugly. You maybe could have got another 20, 30 years. But you dropping people churn off. That's what that word. Nah. So it says attended the VMAs was on plaintiff's bucket list. And she believed she could gain entry. So that's how she got there. So I guess this 20-year-old friend of hers drove her 5 hours. I wish my 13-year-old would get dropped off at my house to talk about some, and I say, who was that? And they say, my friend. Excuse me? Yo, who? Who? Yeah, we have a problem. We have a whole issue. Bucket list at 13, childish. Because I thought she was terminal. Because I thought the same thing. I said, bucket list, are you okay, honey? Bucket list? You about to kick at 13? No, no. You got to be at least in your 50s to 60s to talk about a bucket list if you ain't terminal. So, yeah. You make it to 50, 60, it's like, yeah, you way closer to the end than you are the beginning. So it's just like, yeah, bucket list. Before I leave here, yes, I'm going to go beat up Tammy from back in the day because I owe her. I'm getting my ones before I leave here. That's a bucket list, girl. Going to the VMAs, that's a Saturday. But I mean, hey. So it is what it is. But yeah, I thought that little piece too. I said, a little piece what you got, girl? I said, oh no, poor 13-year-old. Oh my God. You been alive right now? I said, it's a blessing, girl. Won't he do it? That's what we... But no, she just said it was on her bucket list. A little piece on my bucket list, 13, partying, like, who did? And I'm like, oh, you dad, type of, era, is what that word, you dad, you know. Mm-hmm. That's how white churn was in the early 2000s, and all of that, you dad, you mom, that's how they were. They was letting Eminem, because he ain't like his mama. They everybody, everybody white felt like they mom was Eminem mom. Their mom was Eminem mom. So they're all you mom, you dad. So yeah, but that's what they were. Yeah, so that's what she were. So let's finish reading this. Hold on, let me pull this back up. Girl, let me pull this back up. Ooh, before we do, y'all know Larry, not Reed, not I have. This Larry is hetero. Former NFL player Larry Johnson alleges Jay-Z and Beyonce had late night visits from young children. Ooh, girl. I didn't say this Liberty.
Jay was going after B. B was a very young woman. Now, I did a Rockaware photo shoot in Colorado, and I think it was during the winter time of 06 or 07. And Naomi Campbell was there, actress Jamie King was there, Jay was there, B was there, and he rented this house. We were supposed to do this party for this photo shoot. We rented this house, and we were watching LeBron play. And after the game, it had to be like 10 or 11 o'clock. So we getting ready to party. Mind you, it's all adults. There was a 13-year-old or a 14-year-old teenage Latin girl that was there, and I think she had to leave because she had school and she had to do homework, but she brought her mother with her. So it was no funny business going on, which I could respect that. So when 11 o'clock hit, we turned on the music, we started drinking, and then out of nowhere came these young children. I don't know where they came from. For a rap party at 11 o'clock at night, drinking, loud music, and us dancing wild, like, I don't know where these kids came from. And then I happened to sit down because I was dancing with...
According to Jack's suitcases.
One of the assistants. And I sat next to this child, and the child sat next to Beyonce. So I hear B say something about, doesn't this look sexy, or isn't this sexy? And in my mind, and mind you, I'm not awakened as I'm awakened now. So in my mind, I'm like, what did she just say? And then I didn't pay no attention to it. And then, obviously the liquor took hold of me and I had to leave. So I said bye to everybody and left. But those kids remained. I don't know if those kids were from the photo shoot themselves, but the fact that these kids came around adults during drinking hours or partying hours was already alarming to me. So when I hear something like this happens, I can't really discount it and say, oh, he could never do this, because I'm hearing stories and I'm seeing it with my own eyes, and I've been in situations where something don't sound or look right, and it's usually involving children. Let's put the
So that's not necessarily new, but we'll definitely be getting into that into the next live. We absolutely will, because that's again. So when people say like, "Oh, well, you're defending Jay Z," no, like I said, there's other people that have stories. Now he's not saying anything illegal happened, but who's to say? You know what happened? You know, I don't know. Like I said, there's stories. So, but you know, girl, crazy. Um, hey, now one thing I will say about allegations and ones that when you know someone. No, that was Larry Johnson, ex NFL player. He and Jay Z used to be roommates and stuff. They had a place together. I believe it was like in New York or something. Like they like shared an apartment, and whatnot. They were really close at one point, and then they're just like not. It hasn't been really fully explained on either person's side. People used to say that Jay Z and Larry were like dating. I've done surviving videos and talked about it a little bit, but people used to say, you know, that they were dating, that Jay and, you know, Larry had a thing for each other. That's why they was roommates, so that they could bang, 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 ski, 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 bang, 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 ski, ski, ski. Yes. So they broke up after Beyonce. Did they? Did they? They did. Who knows? But yeah, did they? I don't know. Rare. I did not know. So, she not a did that is okay. A lawyer for represent. Okay, wait, where does this say? Okay, so she claimed. Oh, my fault. We're at the part in the interview. NBC woman acknowledges some mistakes in her accusations, but stood by her claim. Um, okay, yes. The litigation is the part of dozens of SA lawsuits filed against Mr. Combe, who is in custody awaiting trial on federal trafficking charges in New York. He was denied bail a third time last month. Mr. Combs denies the allegations. We don't care. Jay-Z's attorney, Alex Pirro, asked the court to dismiss Jane Doe's case, saying in a statement to the BBC, "It is stunning that a lawyer would not only file such a serious complaint without proper vetting. Again, it is the lawyer's fault. Tony Busby being a trash lawyer does not mean you're team Jay-Z. No, he's trash. Because why would you even turn this in like it's ironclad? Like, we don't have to worry about anybody debunking anything that you're going to say because you are telling the truth. We know these things to be like it was dumb. And he rushing it. Instead, take your time and make sure that this is real and the claims are real, or that you have something backing what you are about to say in this complaint. He didn't do that. No, he just wanted to hurry up and get this like over with, is what it sounds like. I don't think that it was a Jane Doe's idea to go into any type of mediation with Jay-Z. You know, or anything like that. I feel like that was Busby's idea. I feel like it was his idea. I'm going to write him a letter basically telling him, you know, we want to sit down and talk about what he can pay you so we ain't got to worry about this going, so he don't have to worry about it going public, is what it gives, because he knows how big Jay-Z is, and look at pretty much like the downfall of Diddy, how as soon as these allegations and lawsuits and stuff start coming out, he was pretty much like ruined business wise. So for Jay-Z to avoid that and to see how quickly it happened with certain people, Diddy as an example, he'll want to get rid of this, you know, so that he don't have to worry about facing anything. He'll want this to go away quietly. So, you know, let me send him a letter and tell him that, you know, to try to dial it up and make it seem like we're not going to be asking for money. When that's why Jay-Z's response was, "You won't get one red penny." That's what he wanted in the mediation. That I'm mediate about. For what? She said R-worded her. Why does she need to? Why, if this woman has been R-worded by Jay-Z, would you want her to sit in front of her abuser? You don't think she's going to be terrified? Why wouldn't she be scared Sitting around somebody exclusive and rich as Jay-Z is already intimidating within itself. So it's like being an artist and you about to audition for Jay-Z. So like the nerves and all of, like, you're gonna be anxious, scared, nervous, like it's gonna be, you're gonna go through a rush of emotions. So you really wanted to sit Jane Doe down in front of Jay-Z and talk about what? And talk about what? Besides money. And then the court, or the case wasn't even in court yet. And you already want some money? You already want me to write a check? I don't even know who this is. It's Jane Doe. Like, what? She under a pseudonym. That ain't who she is. And you want me to just write a invisible person a check because they said something? You know, like, that's crazy. So it does give negligence on the lawyer's behalf, not Jane Doe. She, in my eyes, didn't do anything wrong. He was supposed to do the vetting, Tony Busby, or someone from his team, and he did not. That is trash. That is trash. Absolutely. It is stunning that a lawyer would not only file such a serious complaint without proper vetting, but would make things worse by further peddling this false story in the press. The rapper, whose real name is Sean Carter, issued a statement to BBC saying that lawyer Tony Busby had filed the legal action in pursuit of money and fame. This incident didn't happen, and yet he filed it in court and doubled down in the press, he said in a statement, and that is true. Again, that's not siding with Jay-Z. A fact is a fact. So instead of worrying about making sure that your client's story is real and that everything that they are saying won't backpedal, I mean, won't back come stab them in the back, you know, and whatnot, you did none of that. Instead, you had them hurry up and file it for money and wanted me and your names connected and like the media and whatnot. It does get that. It does. Because if you truly believe what your client was saying, then her case would be ironclad. It would be good. Besides people having the normal questions, because with the normal questions, you can have the normal answers and they explain themselves. So with this, why set her up for the okie doke? Like, to me, you made her look so bad. Why do that to her? Now everybody looks at her as being dishonest, that she's not telling you, because you can say inconsistency. People aren't going to view it that way. They're not. You can already see it in the blogs and on the content creators and all of that. She lied, she lied, she lied, she lied, she lied. Not saying anything about Busby. Although he, her attorney, he is the one who is turned in those documents the way that they were turned in, making it seem that the story was actual, factual, to come to find out, like Jay-Z saying, you're spreading these lies. Well, it is lies, because in the lawsuit, she said that her father picked her up. Her father says that he doesn't recall. Doesn't mean that it's a lie. He just doesn't recall. But driving over 5 hours there and back to pick up your 13-year-old kid, I feel like that would be a vivid thought. That would be something that you could go back to easily. And remember, with him not recalling, it gives that he didn't pick her up. It's more so falling towards that, because it wouldn't even be necessarily something that the father would have to prove. I feel that, I mean, what, you're the parent. So people are going to believe the parent, like they are. If your parent says, yep, I'm the one who picked her up, or I'm the one who came and picked them up, you know, and whatnot, nobody's really going to question that. So for him to come forward and say, I don't recall, I feel like that is for a reason. I feel he's literally, because he could just easily, because you know us as black people, we just, us as black people, this how you know these people ain't black, because even that was my baby, I'm riding for my baby. I'm riding for my baby. Yes, I picked her up. She had the dress in her hands. She was crying. She wanted her daddy. And all together. Whatever. I got my baby back. So, yeah. Yeah. Did. Did. I don't know about Jay-Z being mad. Oh, well. Did. Yes. I drew 5 hours. What route did you take? The one that led to her. What was she doing when she got there crying? How does she look? The way it said in the lawsuit? Back in my baby. I don't give no good goddamn. Whether I believe it or not. Baby, you said I picked you up. Then I picked you up. Write it down, Busby. Yes, I went and got my baby. What time was I making, baby? What time was it? 9:38. She said it was at 9:38. And you can recall that? Yep. Didn't you just hear us? Hello? Didn't you just hear us? Got your goddamn nerve. Yeah, I'm just backing my child. That's just how we get down. Now, oh well. That's just what they were. Oh well. I don't know if it's a lie. Cause I pick my baby up all the time. I pick my children up all the time. So it's a high probability I did pick you up. Whether I remember or not. She said I did. So, but he said he didn't. I feel like that speaks. Like, one is honesty. I can appreciate him being honest. Instead of, but we ain't got time for none of that. we ain't got time for all of that. Like, it is what the fuck it is. Yeah, when I'm a girl. So, yeah. So, yeah, I just thought that was kind of just, I'm like, oh yeah, this isn't giving African American family. Because, this ain't give African American family because we going whatever our child say. Well, your son said that he was outside and he ain't see the fight and whatnot. Well, then he ain't see the fight. Well, they said that he recorded it. Is he on the recording? No, but you can hear his voice. That don't mean he was at the fight. He could have been walking past it on his foot, not pants like he wasn't in it. So what are we talking about? Are we talking about him recording it or being at the recording or him just talking in the back? Like what? What are we talking about? Y'all know how we is. We're going to defend out of our kids. Absolutely. We can see that our child stole something. We could have seen it. Like, we saw someone on the floor as we leave and go to their school because the school wanted to talk to us. We get up there to the school and they say, look at here. There was a Game Boy left in the class, and then we came back and it was gone, and your son was one of the only students that was in here. Now, that's what we walked past on the way. We still going to say our kid ain't steal shit. I know what you're talking about. My baby don't steal. My child don't steal, and it's a damn shame that y'all didn't figure out who did it before y'all had me waste my damn gas coming down here. Now give me $7 goddamn to have me come up here for no goddamn reason when my baby ain't still a goddamn black. And then we go home and whoop their ass. And figure out how we could either get it back to the school or just keep it from them so that they don't get it. Then we walk right into it. It's a shame I had to go up to the school and lie like the girls get in here. So, and I'm a girl. But that's just how we please. Y'all know, if y'all seen first day, police knock on the door looking for y'all children. We're looking for dot. Well, I don't know why you're knocking on my motherfucking door. Because, is he on the lease? Do you got a warrant? Clearly you don't, because he ain't on my lease. You can't get a warrant for somebody on my lease, so. Yeah, he ain't here. Thank you. Yeah, I call you. Yeah, you got a call. Leave it in the mailbox. Yeah, I'm not opening my door. Leave it in the mailbox. We open up the door. Y'all view that as an invitation to come in. It's not. Leave it in the mailbox. Thank you. If I see him, sure will. They be upstairs the whole time playing the game. Just what we do. We ride for us. We ride for us. That's just what they were. Period. Like that, we walk to the park, we see one of our cousins fighting, and there's somebody else tackling with them too. We ain't asking no questions. We ain't walking up like, who is this fighting jumping my cousin? Who is this? But no, we jumping in. Like we're asking no questions. I open my door and two niggas outside trying to fight my son. I'm jumping in, asking any questions. I don't care how old you is. I don't care about none of that. I don't care. It's two 7-year-olds out here trying to fight my 7-year-old. Oh well. The other 7-year-old may get kicked. He may get hit all up in his back. He may get flung all up thinking like, he just might. I ain't gonna lie to you. Yes, correct. Me. Sure, we don't play my mind. So that's just what they were. So I found that, I was like, I wonder, because, most, and then it's like, daddy's little girl. So it's just like, I'm definitely off for my daughters. Now my sons, I don't know. It depends on how I feel that day. because I clean up stench on them. But my daughters, my babies, come again. Right here, his statement. A lawyer for Mr. Combs said in the statement sent to BBC, today, the second week, a Busby plaintiff has been exposed. Mm. I wonder who he's talking about. Who is he talking about? Who is the first Busby plaintiff that has been exposed? Because they're saying that this is the second, that the Jane Doe is the second. So who was the first? I'm out of the loop with Tony Busby patients clients because he's just all over the place. Um, so I wonder who the first one was because all of his has been like Jane Doe's, right? Jane and John Doe's. So that's why I'm like, I wonder who is he talking about? Ooh, not Lamisha. Not Lamisha. Not Lamisha. Maybe it's the hag. Maybe it's the hag. Maybe it's the hag. Maybe he was gonna take her on as a client. Mm. Maybe it's the hag girl, cause she just got popped too. She did. She just got popped. So, because I sent it to Diddy's private investigator too. Does she lied on Jay Z? Sure did. The legal action says Mr. Carter held her down and before Mr. Combs did the same thing while Celebrity B watched. However, photos from that evening show Jay-Z and Mr. Combs at a different location to the one described by the accuser. So again, just because she may not have gotten the location right, I mean, it was years ago, it does not mean that she wasn't telling the truth. It doesn't mean that. I'm just saying, I mean, if you don't remember exactly, where you were, but you kind of remember what it looked like and the color of the home, or the outside of the home, or the gate outside, something that stood out, it doesn't mean that it didn't happen. It doesn't mean that. So if Jay-Z's feeling like, oh, she got the location wrong because we wasn't there, we was actually here, that doesn't mean that it didn't happen. Especially if where you were still coincides with her description. If her description still kind of matches, where you were at that time, then she could still be telling the truth, you know. So that's all I'm saying. She could tell me she lied. The woman claimed in her allegation that she had spoken with musicians Benji and Joel Madden, who she said were among a number of these at the house party. She did not accuse them of any wrongdoing. But a representative for just the black guys, but a representative for the Maddens told NBC the brothers were on tour in the Midwest during that year, the VMAs. The Midwest, girl, that's far. The woman's father told NBC he doesn't remember driving more than 5 hours to pick his daughter up after her alleged ordeal. I feel like I will remember that, and I don't, he said. The woman's lawyer, Mr. Busby, told NBC that his client stands on her claim. Our client remains fiercely adamant that what she has stated is true to the best of her memory, he said. Then why did you turn it in without vetting anything? We will continue to vet her, not continue, you mean start, her claims and collect corroborating data to the extent it exists. Wait, because we have interrogated her intensely, she has even agreed to submit a polygraph. I've never had a client suggest that before. Okay, maybe because she probably didn't suggest it, maybe you did. The woman, who is now 38 and a mother of two, told NBC in an interview from Houston, Texas, you should never let what somebody else did ruin your life. I just hope I can give others the strength to come forward like I did. Aaron Robinson, the director of media relations for said trauma like the R word can both have short and long-term effects on the brain that influence decision-making and memory. So, again, crazy. Mr. Robinson said the effects are common and said the police departments are trained to deal with such cases in order to reduce the likelihood of allegations being dismissed because the victim's memory seems disjointed or inconsistent. So Jay-Z's lawyer has requested that this case be thrown out due to the inconsistencies. Now, are the inconsistencies strong enough to have the case thrown out? Only a judge knows. Only the judge, can say, if they're strong enough. But there are a lot, like maybe one, two maybe, but it's from the parent, the only witness, and that takes the witness away. So that's not good because they were definitely going to use the father as a witness, and he's stating that he don't recall. So you can't get up there recalling, not being able to recall. Like there's no purpose if that's your whole point is to pinpoint a location and you can't remember or don't recall it, then you're not a witness. You need a strong witness at that. When you don't have many other tangible things to show that this happened. So she loses a witness, and then the other witness, the one who dropped her off, he's deceased. Because that could have been her not knowing the location. Well, I'm not gonna say that. Her stating that she was somewhere completely different than where the men were that allegedly did it to her. That's a big hole. That's a big hole. But that doesn't mean it's over. It doesn't mean that those things are strong enough to make the judge be like, you know what, we're gonna throw this out. We are gonna dismiss this. I don't know, I think it's like 50-50. I think it's 50-50. At this point, it's obvious that Jay-Z wants this over as soon as possible. So hopefully the judge take that into consideration and isn't just like getting rid of it because looking at it that way too, because like of course you don't want this out there. But if it's true, it's like the judge, I would hope that the judge would have morals and values and not want to throw it out just because Jay-Z is like a public figure, a powerhouse, and whatnot. I hope that he would consider, that, hey, just because there's inconsistencies or some things that don't necessarily line up, doesn't mean that she's not telling the truth, because she never took back saying that he R-worded her, like the hag. She never took it back. So since she didn't take it back, how was it not 50-50? We don't know what the judge is going to do. If the judge says no, this case continues, then it continues. If the judge says we're going to throw this out, then he's going to throw it out. It's not like cut and dry. Cut and dry would be her saying that the allegations didn't happen. If she says that he R-worded me or they didn't actually do this, it was actually this, then yeah, it's like it's over, at that point in time. But she's not taking away the statement of what allegedly happened to her. She said that still stands. So why would the judge just be like, oh, yeah, let's just throw it out? Like, no, there was a crime committed here too. So, yeah. So I think that I hope the judge takes that she has a trash lawyer into consideration, and that it does not mean that this victim is not a victim, that she's not real, her claims are not real, because she may be misconstruing or kind of forgetting and kind of guessing at point in times, because it happened 24 years ago. And then again, why would a person be traumatized and remember everything about what happened? Saying that they were drugged, why would you expect her to remember like the whole night? Why wouldn't things be fuzzy at moments, and stuff like that? Yeah. So I just hope to take those things into consideration in making his decision, instead of looking at it like, oh, okay, well, Jay-Z's a powerhouse. He probably wants this gone. Let's get this over with. It doesn't mean that the woman is lying. It doesn't mean that. It doesn't. Does it make her story seem a little bit more far-fetched? Yes. Does it give the Jay-Z supporters a win? Kind of. So all the people that are supporting Jay-Z and feel that he didn't do this or he's not capable of it and things like that, this is helping. Yeah. But I can't blame that on her. That's her lawyer's fault. That's not Jane Doe's fault. She's only doing what she's being told when it comes to how her story is portrayed and who's accountable and, who's being sued, who's not being sued. That's where her power lies, in her story. Nothing else. How it's presented to the court is not her responsibility. So why I can't blame her for that. And then the father not being vetted prior is crazy to me. Somebody so close to her, but that's crazy. No, or when my braces come off. I don't know. Or when my braces come off. Yeah, I've never had it before in my life, so I don't need Jesus for that. He already took care of that. Imagine asking for something he already blessed me with. Lord, can you take this lisp away? You don't have a lisp, son. You have braces. That's what he would say. I didn't have it before. Like that. So, yeah. Yeah, we have $5,000 of metal in your mouth. Altogether 7,000. But yeah, it'd be like that. It'd be like that. I paid for this list. Without the lawyer involved in some way. Right. I blame the lawyer. I do not blame her. These are all legal things that are being called out. Not her story in general. Her story in general is not being called out. Just some things surrounding it. So, and it's easy to get those type of things wrong when it happened so long ago. Happened a long time ago. So it's easy to forget things or kind of do a little bit more guessing. Like if somebody said that, oh yeah, we saw her, she walked past and we saw her going to the bathroom. Now, if she don't remember doing that, it doesn't mean it didn't happen. But it's probably things about it she don't remember. Like I don't remember going to the bathroom. I don't remember that. I do remember, calling my dad or So how can she go to something she don't remember? So I don't know. I think that I wish she had different representation. I will start there. Someone that would deal with her case more delicately, closely, and give her the time needed to get it up to form a real story of what happened and not stray from it because as far as she knows, the truth. From what she can remember, this is true. Because it's mainly what's really like pissing me off about it is the father. How can Tony Busby say he vetted when you didn't even know the father, her only witness, doesn't recall? What vetting did you do if you didn't even talk to her dad prior to putting the lawsuit in? Like what? That's trash. I mean, I can't get past. It's like it's her dad. I see if it was like a friend or a cousin or a teacher or just somebody else. The father. You couldn't get in contact with the father. That is insane. That is insane. That is crazy. So I feel that if the ball is being dropped, Tony's dropping the ball, not Jane Doe. Her job, she did. Bring the story. Only thing that pretty much can help her right now, y'all want to know what I think? Because I have to get out of here, but I'll try to come back later for a little bit. After I try to sneak on coffee for a while. I think if she wants something tangible, go file a police report. Go file a police report. Go file. Go file. No, Joy, sweetie. It's believing the victim. If this was just a victim coming forward talking, I feel that people really shouldn't not. I mean, question. I mean, people shouldn't really question it and whatnot. Just let them have their story. But when this is in court, she has to prove her story. It's not about not believing her. Because even if we say yes, we believe everything that she's saying, what is that going to do in court? Again, that's what I'm saying. People are getting too involved in this manner and not realizing this is real life happening. This is not a conspiracy theory. This is not something that you can say, oh, well, Jay-Z has definitely done a bunch of evil to people. What does this have to do with this? because that's not going to be taken into consideration in court. They're not going to take into consideration. They're not. They're not going to consider any of those things. Foxy Brown and Aaliyah and all of that. He clearly like Beyonce. He clearly like I'm young and all of that. They're not going to do that. That proves nothing. Liking them young, you like them young. It is what it is. It doesn't prove it because that's where we're at court. So we can back her as much as we want to. We can say to the cows come home that we believe her, we believe her, we believe her. That is not going to hold up in court. And going, well, you know what? Everybody on YouTube believes me. So I feel like I should win this case because the majority rules. It don't work like that. What we think doesn't matter when it comes to Jane Doe. It doesn't matter. This is real, you know. Now she was just coming forward talking about this and telling her story like, yep, I went to the VMAs and blah blah blah. Happened afterwards. I don't feel like people should be questioning her, coming for her. Believe the victim, rather Jay-Z says something or not, whether he acknowledges it or not, he pays for it or not. We need to believe her. We need to stand with her. And we do. We do. But this isn't, the limeshers and people that are coming on here looking for clout. It doesn't give that Jane Doe's looking for clout. It gives that there may be something to this. It gives that. It gives there may be something to her story. There may be. But what that is, I don't exactly know. Because this has become legal. So now she has the burden of proving her story. She has to prove it. And not the essay, things around it to even get you to the point to where this even happened when the rappers were in a completely different location. Your predators or abusers were at a completely separate location. Like you got to put yourself there. Because in that case, anybody could come forward and say somebody did something to them. And if we're not going to question the victim, you have people out here that do not tell the truth. And we're seeing that on a day-to-day basis. The limeshers, the Adriers, the hag that will lie on essay. And it's sad that a person would want to do that they would want to lie on trauma, something that people literally cringe at the thought of. And they are here playing with it when there are real cases and stuff going on. So no, I stand with Jane Doe. I do. I stand with her until proven different. Until proven different, I stand with her. She, even with her, inconsistencies, I still stand with her. I'm not going to tell her anything different. This is her story. She still believes that happened to her. She says she stands on her allegations. Who am I to tell her anything different? I'm not going to say, oh, well, girl, this wasn't this and this wasn't this. So, girl, you lying on Jay-Z. I'm not saying she lied on Jay-Z. I said that the hag lied on Jay-Z because she did. She lied and said that he, R-worded her, tied her up, put a weapon to her head, all of that, just to come forward and say that people deep faked and put AI on her voice to make it seem like Jay-Z did something to her that he did not do. So that is you saying you lied. I don't have any proof that Jane Doe is lying. So as far as I can tell, she's telling her truth. Now, if she's telling the truth, the court would decide that, if she's telling the truth. But she's telling hers, from what she can recollect, that happened to her. So I can't take that away. I'm not about to be like, oh, well, two indiscrepancies, Team Jay-Z. No, I'm always going to ride for the victim. I'm always going to ride. Yeah, I'm going to ride for her. I have no issue with Jane Doe. I have not once said that she lied. I just feel like people are going to think that. People are going to say that. Oh, she lied, she lied, she lied, she lied, she lied. I'm not saying that because again, it was a long time ago. So her and I are the same age, and I'm trying to remember, 25 years ago, and it's just like I have no idea. Like if I was to think about this day 25 ago, it's like I don't know what I was doing. Like I could be doing anything, at that time. So if I can think that and go through that right now, why wouldn't she? And she went through a trauma at that point. I didn't go through a trauma, at 25 years ago, or whatever. It was probably just another day, But yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. But we'll see. Well, to me, the jury's still out. Um, I don't think. I do think that Jay Z has a high probability of getting this dismissed, and it kind of feels like Jane Doe's energy to me is kind of like low. I feel like she feels exhausted with this. I think it's been a lot of moving parts. Her as a mother with two children and whatnot. I think this has been a lot to deal with. I do. I think it's a lot. Um, Very nerve wracking, and so I feel like she is getting a little discouraged. It does feel that way. So I think it may be a little bit easier. I don't feel like people need to worry about the judge dismissing it. I think they need to worry more so about Jane Doe dropping it. I think that's what people need to be more worried about. Because if she's feeling the heat from these inconsistencies, it feels like it weakens her case. Why would she want to keep going? You know? So it feels like her spirits are down. Like she's not confident about this at all. Jay-Z seems more confident than ever. That's what I mean. You can pay attention to confidence. Jay-Z like, oh yeah, they gonna see, and we don't fight for victory. We start with victory, and all the he over there doing all that, and she's just like, oh well, I feel like I made mistakes, and she just seems discouraged. So pray for Jane Doe. Maybe people should support her more. They want her to keep going because all the press on her, especially now, is horrible. She went from the hero that's going to take Rock Nation down to a villain overnight. Overnight. And it took a matter of, that's the thing about social media. It takes minutes to become the enemy. Just like it takes minutes to become the hero, it takes minutes to become the enemy too. Sometimes seconds to become the enemy. As soon as that article dropped on NBC, it's like, this isn't good at all. This is not good. It's not a good look. That's not good, And of course, Busby being is just as trash as he's always been, It's kind of like ignoring it and letting her, fit the bill. Sean, do you think Diddy paid the women to set up Jay-Z? No. Not at all. I will say this. I do think that there are agents of chaos that will be coming forward. I do. The reason why I don't think that Diddy paid these women is because Busby has been hinting about having somebody coming after, like during his press conferences and stuff, that there will be other celebrities and stuff. He did say that. He said that there was other people, high profile people, that would be getting sued too. He did. So I think that's when he was already hinting at Jay-Z and whatnot. So yeah, and Diddy was still working on getting out of jail and on bail and stuff like that. So I don't think that Diddy had anything to do with this woman, the VMA woman, and what? No. Now, if other ones come forward as the agents of chaos, then maybe, maybe Diddy has something to do with that. But the more chaos going on, the easier it is to, like, that's how you get mistrials and stuff like that. Like even with Young Thug and his trial, was so much chaos going around that it was like, chaotic. It was way too many moving parts going on to the point it was like a circus. Judges getting removed, new ones brought in, and new attorneys, and all of the appeals and stuff being handed out in court. And the lawyer handing him things. It was crazy. It was crazy. So yeah, this is how you when it's extremely chaotic. Way too. It's just too many mistakes have been being made on both sides. Usually, not just one side. So yeah, I think this is how that type of stuff is birthed, if you will. So it's the Lord's fault. He wanted to blame. I think so too. I think Tony wanted to go after somebody high profile, and I think that Diddy's so tied up with all the stuff he got going on and multiple lawsuits and whatnot that it'll be a while before Tony Busby sees a payoff with the Diddy situation. So I feel that to mirror off of Diddy and push off his momentum, let's angle it towards Jay-Z, when everybody feels like he's coming down next. So do I think it's a setup on Tony Busby's part? Yes, I do believe that in some way, shape, or form that this is a money grab with Tony Busby because he knows that Jay got the money. And Jay not tied up in a bunch of lawsuits and stuff like that like Diddy. He's not in prison, none of that. His money is attainable. His money is touchable, is how I think, with that. So, yeah, that's how again, it's not defending Jay-Z. Some of the things he's saying does make sense. Like I can't just be like, oh no, Jay-Z, you just trying to get off. No. How Busby approached this situation, especially asking for a mediation for what? Like before we even found out that this woman was about to sue Jay-Z, Busby was already trying to sit down and collect a check. And with inconsistencies. He didn't even properly vet the story. He's sending it to Jay-Z like, you might want to just sit down, have this mediation, write the check and take care of this because what I got on you, what we about to drop on you, that's how he approached it and felt confident that Jay-Z would not, want this information to the press and in the media. That Jay-Z will fold and write the check because he sees what's going on with Diddy and you don't want that for you. So it will be best for you to just come sit down in mediation and just take care of this real quick, write the check, I'll get it to my client and it's gone. We'll make sure that it is gone. To me, that makes me feel that Busby doesn't care about this Jane Doe and her story. He don't care if it's true. That's why he didn't vet it. His intention is to collect money off of it. That's how I feel, because that's what it's giving. You don't even vet any of this information. Now you got this woman out here looking crazy, and they're blaming her when this is your fault. She wasn't supposed to vet these things. She got kids that she's supposed to take care of. She paying you to do this. But now this victim out here looking crazy. Oh, she lying. How's she lying? I'm like, if he would have vetted her story properly, and then this is the same person that's saying that she offered to take a polygraph test. How is she going to take a polygraph test on things that she barely remember? How can she test well if she don't even know herself if certain answers to these questions? If she take a lie detector test and say, did your father pick you up? And she passes that, how, if her father saying he don't even recall, that don't even make sense. Why would she take a polygraph test? Ironclad. You take polygraph tests when your story don't have all these holes and all of that stuff. That's when you take a polygraph test. That's when. Not when you're apologizing for discrepancies and inconsistencies, and whatnot. No. That's why I do not blame Jane Doe. This is not her fault. It's not. But I'm sure she probably beating herself up about it. Now the whole world is going to view her as a liar before she's even seen in court. But now she sees how Jay-Z feels, because that's kind of like, shoe on the other foot, because everybody believes her. The majority believes her. But now there are people that have doubt has been casted in their mind. And not because Jay-Z saying there's inconsistencies, because she did. So how do you not believe the victim? How do you not believe her? Like, if we're going to believe your story that you're telling, we're also going to have to believe you when you said that some of the things have been inconsistent, that they may not be, as factual as you would want them to be. So, I don't know. But I do feel bad for her. She don't deserve this. She doesn't. She doesn't deserve this energy. She doesn't deserve how people are treating her and coming for her. She had no details. Yeah, that too. Yeah. I don't know. I just feel bad for her. It's unfortunate because it didn't have to play out this way. It could have played out a whole nother way to where we heard more of what she could recollect versus inconsistencies. Yeah, well, the inconsistencies do not mean lie. It doesn't. Okay? Does not mean that. It just means that her lawyer is trash. And then he's sitting here again lying after we interviewed her intensively. How? Please. There wouldn't be these many inconsistencies if you grilled her. If you grilled her. Doesn't it make sense? We grilled her, but her father, Busby, you're trash. You're trash. Let the real lawyers have, Cassie's lawyers would never. When I don't know what their caseload was, but they did a phenomenal job with Cassie's case. Phenomenal. And they handled her delicately, because that's what you do. Delicate. And you take time to put your story together. Her lawyers took time and vetted the things she said. The Kid Cudi situation, the hotel situation, all the stuff. That's what I said when Diddy says that the federal government put that tape out there. It could have been Cassie's lawyers. That's what I say. You looking all at the federal government when Cassie could have did it herself. She could have did it herself. Her lawyers could have got that tape out there, sent it to, CNN or whatever. Like, they handled it very delicately. They did what they were supposed to do. And that's why she got a settlement within 24 hours, because the lawyer vetted. They did their homework before they got there. They did their homework and extra credit and turned it all in and won. Yeah. Diddy's attorneys didn't have a chance to say, oh, this didn't happen and that didn't happen. No, it was open and shut. So open and shut that Diddy said, look, send it. Give it to her. I want this over. Give it to her. That's guilt. Give it to her. Crazy. My title isn't a lie. Do you not see the question mark? How long have you been reading, Shanta? Did hooked on phonics not work for you? Do you not follow punctuation, or do you just look at the alphabetical letters? It's a whole question mark behind it. Been reading long, like today's old? Did you start today? You know the thing that looks like a hook? It's a question mark. I know a lot of y'all don't use punctuations. You run on sentence assholes. I get it. Could you at least have a GED if you're going to speak to me, please? Yeah. Please, at least have a GED if you're going to talk to me. Please imagine. And that question mark behind your title. Yeah, that is how you say your name, Shanta, because that shit is ghetto as hell. Shanta. Yeah. I wish I would call you Shantae, because your mom can't spell the either. Because she put U's and extra A's and all of that. Girl, please. Girl, please. I'm a whole lot. Are you sure? Are you sure? Because we know you can't read. Did you mean to write LPN or did you mean to write CNA? They work harder anyway. The audacity to be sitting over there scrubbing a toilet talking about some ULPN. The audacity. Girl, please. Girl, you're rabbit. Imagine. Imagine a whole question mark behind it. I hope you don't pass meds or nothing where you at, girl. I hope not. Girl, please. Girl, please. Shanta. Yeah, you're mad. Hey, you're mad. Rude. Imagine that being on your name tag as a nurse. Girl, please. Please go sit your welcome to McDonald's. Can I take your order, please? Arse down somewhere that do home health aid after overnights. Girl, please. All the clients sleep. You do 10 to 6s. Please go sit down somewhere. Talk about some you a nurse. Because you give ibuprofen. Because you get to do topicals. Because you get to put topicals on a client's girl. You hand them lotion and girl, put a little Vicks on their chest. Girl, you a nurse. You a nurse. Girl, okay, girl. Okay, girl. Okay, Shanta. Wanna, Shanta? Ooh, girl, you're pressed. Why are you in your fifties? Why are you in your fifties? No, I have the education, because I know that a question mark means that a question is being raised and not a statement. Yeah, punctuation defines everything sweetie. Punctuation defines everything, sweetie. Imagine telling a person that don't know what a question mark is and telling you that you are making a statement by asking a question, telling you need to be educated. You look and sound dumb. Like brr duh. Like brr duh, and you're mad, Shanta. And you're mad, girl. You're just as mad as your name is spelled. You're just as mad as your name is spelled, girl. Don't get mad at me, get mad at your mom. I would have never allowed you to be named Shanta. And you're upset. And you're upset, girl. And you're upset. Imagine being smart but with a stupid name. Nah, you're pressed. And you're gonna stay that way. Oh, you're upset. It's okay. Go get people that Tylenol. Go pass some people that Excedrin. And leave me alone, girl. And you're upset. And you're upset, girl. And you're upset. You'll get in there and change that bedpan and go, girl, don't make me call your supervisor. Got your damn now. As what and as God, girl, you please stop talking about education with these run-on sentences. Please stop talking about education. Please. Please stop talking about it because she says and got licensed bricklayer YouTuber. What does that mean? Shout out to Shelly. She says not topicals. Yes, girl. Shelly, she thinks she a nurse because she gets to put on topicals, girl. Girl, she thinks she a nurse, girl. Then she talking about some app with that, bricklayer, license. What? Shanta, girl, shut the fuck up. Girl, you lost. And then you up in here lying on LPNs. An LPN would never. Do you understand me? An LPN would never. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Bro. Girl, stop. Bro. LPNs can get licensed out of community college. Correct. Girl, she act like girl Spellman did. Like, well, I went to Duke and got my nursing. What are you talking about? Like, girl, if you don't go sit your, I'm working for an hourly wage. I went to high school, didn't do grades, still I gotta make more cash. More education is what I'm looking at. Yes. Girl, if you don't go sit down somewhere, ICDC. Girl, look at here, Rasmussen, Job Corps. Girl, you better almost got my GED, motherfucker. Like, girl, please. Got your goddamn. Girl, you gonna sit down with them 9-inch nails, but you a nurse. Okay, girl. Please go sit down somewhere. Over there with the same nails as Cardi B. Talk about some, I am an LPN. I am an LPN. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, girl, okay, girl. And we totally believe that. We totally believe that. Okay, girl. You got a certificate, so so y'all flexing. It's 18-month workout for me. Right. Girl, no, shout out to all the nurses. Shout out to the CNAs, the home health aides, the RNs, all of y'all. Because y'all do y'all thing. Y'all the real ones in the hospital saving lives, okay? Nurses do more than a doctor ever do. So if a doctor ain't doing surgery, then a doctor ain't did shit. Because all they do is come to the room and find out what the nurses done already showed them. That's it. They picking up boards and paperwork that the nurses filled out, that the nurses did. They do all the goddamn work. So it's like, honestly, at the end of the day, nurses are doctors, basically. They just have more education with certain things. But as far as I'm concerned, a nurse is a doctor. They sure are. A doctor ain't never gave my kid no shot. It's always been nurses. Always. But you the doctor. You come in, yep, they're taller, yep, they won't, yep, they look, yep, just keep them off this, yep, see you later. It's like, wait a minute. Well, I see the nurse more than I see you. Like, oh my God. I almost want to ask the nurses to be my primary doctor. Can you be my primary? Because, you do everything. He just okay it. Like, it's just like, girl, like, imagine you doing everything that he just giving you the okay to do. So if not for you getting his permission, you was going to do it anyway. So then you a doctor. Like, that's how I be looking at it. The nurses be giving full-fledged diagnosis but can't say nothing. Then the doctor coming in and say what the nurse already know. Already know. I know the nurses be sitting there sometimes be like, I know they be annoyed because they be sitting there thinking like, yeah, I could have told him that. Like, you made me have it. We could have discharged him 45 minutes ago. Like, girl, like, and then the nurses do the discharging and all that anyway. Like, I mean, they do the intake, discharge, they do everything. Like, wow, do everything while doctors getting paid $2,000 an hour, and they only want to get a nurse 25 to 30. It's just like, they should be making way more money. Like, cause honestly, they do everything. That's one thing I've always noticed about the hospital, clinic, wherever you go. The nurses run shit. They run everything. Like, they do every goddamn thing. Unless it's something serious that a doctor really needs to look at overall, the nurses take care of it. They sure do. Give them the medicine, prescribe the medicine, explain the medicine. All the doctor don't say nothing. They don't even say the side. The nurse tell you everything. The nurse tell you everything you need to know. And then usually when you have a question, they will refer you to a nurse before they even send you to a doctor. So, literally. Yeah. Shout out to nurses everywhere, doctors everywhere, because they're basically doctors, is how I look at nurses. So, but yeah, so I mean, shout out to the nurses. They run the world. They they save lives every day. What you talking about? So, it's no shade towards that, but it's like, don't come in here giving nurses a bad name. Like, you come in here ignorant as, but I'm a nurse. Okay, we already got a root running around, ruining it for the nursing girls, for the health board girls. Okay, we already got somebody trash running around doing that. We don't need anymore. We're at our quota, unfits, but nurses. We're at our quota. So yeah, we're good. Um, Girl, please. So yeah, we don't need the ratchets, the nurse ratchets. Just stay that. We don't need to know that you ignorantly a nurse because now we're questioning where the fuck you work at. You supposed to be doing charting and all of that, but you can't even come in here with the right punctuation. You coming in here don't even know what a question mark is, but you smart. You intelligent. Okay. Okay, girl, because you barely, barely got that little CNA that you got, girl. Barely. Girl, your fifth time taking the test, face ass. Like, okay, girl, sixth time around, finally. Um, Still gives horrible nurse. Still gives nurse nightmare. But okay, girl. All right. So I'm gonna get out here, love you guys. I'm gonna try to sneak on coffee in a little bit here. Thank y'all so much for being here. 900 likes. Oh my gosh, you guys are so lit. Shout out to all the super stickers and super chats. I really appreciate it. We'll be live. Okay, I'm gonna try to, if I can sneak back on tonight, if I'm not on coffee too long, because I was just stay on coffee like an hour, hour and a half. So then we're done. Then I may come back over here and we talk about some other stuff. Like the Stormisha putting up weird videos, trying to take Tasha back from me, and it's just never happening. And stuff like that because he's weirdo. So yeah, I love you guys. So I'll see y'all in the next one, okay? Until then, y'all be good. Bye. Y'all say come back.